It's weird it not being Games Workshop products.
I know. Is it even allowed?
It is allowed. It's definitely allowed. It's just weird.
I don't play by them rules, Ian. I play by my own rules.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine Thursday afternoon. I just realised that light's not on. It's kind of like mood lighting. It looks all right.
I feel like
I think we're okay.
Slightly more solemn than normal.
Yeah, I think it works. I think it
nice.
works. We'll leave it. I won't go turn it on, otherwise you'll just get my crotch in front of the camera. Good afternoon, you people. Thank you so much for joining us. If you haven't already, please make sure you smash all those magical YouTube buttons. First, hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Smash subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon if you want to be notified. That's what you have to say every show.
I mean, I guess.
It's statistically true as well. If you don't say it, people don't press like.
Cool. But if you say like in any context, that doesn't translate, does it? So if I was like, I really like these sprues.
No.
Did you like this book?
You could do some Darren Brown subliminal messaging, yeah.
Yeah.
Every fourth word is the word.
What's that, David Blaine or whatever? Lock myself in a fridge upside down in a toaster or something other and be like, look.
In a fridge and a toaster.
Yeah.
Joe's still on holiday because, you know, he's allowed one a year. So he's off house sitting, I think, for his mum, chilling out, enjoying himself. I think he went.
He's in Devon World, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he went to the zoo on Tuesday.
I flipping love a zoo.
Yeah, he went to the zoo on Tuesday, so he's enjoying himself. Which means I've got no Joe today. On Tuesday I had no one else, so I had to do a solo stream in the new office. Boo! But today I've got Toby.
I know. It's all right, everybody. It's all going to be all right.
And Toby was looking for an excuse to get away from his hobby house computer for 90 minutes.
I've had enough of computers for probably the next 17 years. But so here we go.
We're here to do some building and some talking Warhammer and just chat to you people and hang out for a couple of hours. The longer that he can drag this out for, the longer it is before he goes back to his computer screen.
I'm not going back to my computer screen. I've got to rebuild all the tables from Blood Bowl last night. So
now, yesterday you guys hit member target, which meant you were allowed to vote on what I built today. Do I start my Orc army for the Tale of Four War Bosses, or do I build that?
And it's common knowledge that many people have and would kill for this box.
It's gorgeous. Although saying that, I haven't actually opened it yet. I thought I'd save that for you people here live on air.
A live unboxing.
So if you think you want to see more Toby and more content, then let's make sure we hit that membership goal, chat.
Yeah, I mean, I won't take it personally because I already have. No, it's fine. It's always nice to be here. I'm doing the buttons again later, so I apologise for when that goes terribly wrong.
Oh my God, I love the smell of new plastic.
I like a book smell. A book smells nice.
Right, so we've got pigs. Joe's having those because he wants pigs.
Oh, for his orc doodahs.
Yeah, for his orc doodahs, exactly that. We've got pigs. We've got beast snagger boys. I'm probably going to keep those for my orc doodahs, just because they look cool. I like them quite a lot. I can use them as normal boys. Jobs are good in. And then we have dinosaur sprues.
The main event, right?
And they are pretty.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty cool. Like, I think they've taken definitely a lot of influence from like the Seraphon refresh that came out a couple of years ago. But they do look a bit more space dinosaur-y. So you used to get those where you got the artwork from the box on the other side.
Yeah, you don't anymore. It's
no.
Double-sided Warhammer. You then get this cool little Kill Team box thing. Now, I'm not particularly into Kill Team, but Dino Riders go, oh my lord, look at that book. Oh, Toby.
Oh, has it got a gold trimmy bit on it? Look at that. That's, you know, for a book that no one's ever going to read, that looks lovely.
Produced by the Warhammer Design Studio.
See, that's quite nice for a Kill Team book.
It's really nice. Oh my God, it's really nice.
And there's the terrain you can build if you've got an old cereal box and some paper mache or whatever it's called.
It literally shows you
how to paint it and
building
stuff.
and painting Orc Scrap Totem, painting world script architecture. They've actually got the...
Oh, look. Here's one I made earlier.
How to make the terrain.
You can Blue Peter it. If we knew where our decent pair of scissors was, I'd be all over that.
They've even done like the building and painting scatter terrain. Look at that. Oh my God. This book's incredible.
They've gone all in on a game that about 17 people play.
Exolite war gear. There's different Craft World clans.
Now you're going to have to choose which one you do, and it's going to be whichever one closely resembles red, white, and black.
I don't know what you're saying. I quite like that one. Clan of the Ghost Stag.
It's got black on it, and it's got some white on it.
No red though. It's blue instead.
Could the blue bits be red?
Clan of the Sable Wing I quite like as well. Oh, I like... They're all nice. Oh my God. Clan of the Sacred Claw is quite nice as well. Okay. I'm here for it. This is gorgeous.
It's nice to see like a proper book.
It's actually really fucking
Because sometimes
nice.
in Kill Team you'd get those little sort of A5-y kind of books, wouldn't you?
Yeah, no, I wanted this for the narrative around Exodites. There's actually quite a lot of it. This is fucking gorgeous.
There's also Exodite transfers. I can see them in the box.
This is actually beautiful, like genuinely beautiful. I'm a little bit stunned because I was like, no one cares about the Kill Team stuff. I'm just gonna build the models and go. You get a load of tokens. I don't know why there's base size tokens. That's interesting. I'm sure there's a reason for it.
It's probably like Exodite's sneaky rule or something, you know? Maybe they can hide or something.
There's a pack of cards, which I'm sure have some level of relevance in Kill Team. There is obviously the instruction booklet for how to build your pigs, your beast snaggers, and more importantly, your dino riders.
Is it one of the futuristic GW ones where it shows you where on the sprue to find the pieces? Because sometimes the new ones do have like a little diagram, but
No,
but it's nicely laid out and it's got the bits in colour of where things are and all that sort of
sexy.
thing.
I like that. What's this then? Oh, envelopes. Empty envelopes with Eldar symbols on them. I'm going to build this as the actual Kill Team. I'm kind of into it. And another set of cards.
Well, I mean, you're inevitably going to end up with about 28 copies of those Exodite sprues.
So I wanted 9 boxes for myself, Toby.
That's more than we even got in the shop.
That's more than we got in the shop, correct, yes.
And to be fair, we sold all of our allocation in 2 minutes.
There was a tiny part of me that thought about suggesting, just don't put any on the shop, I'll buy them all. But then I thought that's probably negative for our customers.
I'd also argue that it's negative for your wallet.
It's very negative for my wallet. I can't afford it anyway, so...
You've got one, so you didn't miss out.
I got 1 box.
And I didn't have to go and tell all the hobby house customers that the reason you can't have them is because Liam stole them from upstairs. So, that's a win.
Nice.
Yeah, they are some I did quite enjoy the transfers.
Oh, I'm kind of into this. I'm in danger. And I guess...
Well, the good thing is for wallet and for hobby, right, is that you could categorically just do a Kill Team for now because you can't actually get any more yet.
There's also 3 models. Now, I'm not going to say the infamous words.
No comment.
I'm not going to say the infamous words, but it's 3 models. Right, we're going to build the proper Exodite Dragon Masters Kill Team and not the Dragon Knights because that's Kill Team and that's what this box is. So
and they all have rules for 40k, right?
They do all have rules for 40k. They look good as well.
And you'd want all of them anyway, right? So you'd probably end up with... Is it why 9 boxes? What does that mean?
They're not epic heroes.
So 3 of each.
So you can buy you have 3 of each character.
So you're joeing it.
You have 3 of each character and then you can have 6 of each of the Dino Riders, which is 9 boxes.
That would have been an extortionate amount of pigs as well.
It's a lot of pigs, yeah. But these guys, that guy is a leader, that guy is a support character. So every unit gets 6 Dino Riders and you can add those 2 to it and he's a lone op.
That's pretty smart. I like that. That's
great.
I did just see someone in chat said, anyone use the hobby house to buy toys online and collect in the shop? So I'll quickly touch on this because this is one of our system little errors. So you can go online and you can order and you can choose click and collect. Now, normally, it's ready if we're open, so if it's after 2 o'clock sort of time, we open at 4 on a weekday. If you order, normally it takes us about 10, 15 minutes to actually have your order ready for collection. The system at the moment then doesn't notify you that it's ready. So the best thing to do is kind of go, well, it's been an hour or so, they're open, they've probably done it, but you can just hit us up on the link tree. There's a telephone number, you can call the shop, and then Dan, Meg, Samantha, Robbie, or myself will be like, yeah, it's ready to collect. It's on Deggs' 478,983 list of things to do.
I thought he had slightly more than that to do.
He did some, but the quote of this morning was, I've put 1 fire out and found 10 more fires.
Okay.
So, but he is an absolute hero in that room. He's also sad of looking at computers.
I bet he is.
Wizard Dino Riders, so one of them's a wizard.
One of them's a wizard, yeah. He's super cool as well.
That's exciting. Right, how many of the little dudes with rockets need to go on this base? Let me find out.
So I'm building cool new Exodite stuff, chat, and I'm excited to try and at least get 1 Dino Rider made for you people today. Toby, you're not building Warhammer.
I'm not building Warhammer. I'm building the brand new edition box, so the launch box, starter box for Drop Zone Commander by TT Combat that was very kindly sent to us early from Alex and Reese and Louis and the guys at TT Combat. So it's an epic scale game. They do, obviously, you may have heard us talking about Drop Fleet Commander, which is like a spaceship game, kind of akin to Battlefleet Gothic. In fact, the first edition of the game was actually co-written by Andy Chambers, so it's very Battlefleet Gothic inspired. They have the Dropverse, which kind of has games in sort of production that go all the way down from fleet combat all the way down to a kill team size game inside of buildings like breach and clear sort of stuff. This is probably their flagship-ish game, although I would say that probably at the moment the fleet-based one's the most popular. So you can see the starter box comes with like, little cardboard builders and things like that. It comes with 2 reasonable size armies, a rulebook and all that sort of stuff. So it's quite exciting to build something else. The plastic sprues, you wouldn't know from a distance that's not Games Workshop. And the quality, seeing non-GW sprues, having been a GW simp for a long time, actually quite impressive. It paints nicely. I've done a lot of drop fleet stuff because I've built quite a lot of spaceships. And do you know what's really refreshing is that this tank was 1 piece. So I cut it out, I clean it, and it's done. Yes, you can definitely see some of the drop fleet models when they're done.
It's actually quite cool, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So this is the starter box comes with 2 of the 6 factions in the game. So you've got the UCM, which are like your sort of like almost like Halo inspired sort of Marines, the good guys. You've got PHR, which are like the post-human republic. So they're in the long sort of narrative story of it. They're the humans that left Earth before the Scourge invaded and basically ruined Earth. So the Scourge are obviously squid people. They're the bad guys.
Tyranny kind of.
Kind of, yeah, like half human, half squid. A lot of like sort of taking over and stuff like that. So that's 3 of the races. You've got the Resistance, who were basically left behind. So the UCM fought back against the Scourge. The PHR left before the Scourge got there, and the Resistance were in the sort of cradle worlds being like, we can't really deal with this. These squid beasts are pretty bad. And everyone else was like, well, tough. Then you've got Shaltari, which are kind of like humanoid hedgehog people, who are kind of like a pseudo Eldar kind of archetype. And then the new faction, which is like the Biofighters, which are kind of like a cross between Xenomorphy, Claymen / Borg / Necron / Tyranids all in one. So they're kind of like controlled by AI, but essentially they harvest biomatter and then reforge their monsters and things like out of clay and biomass. So they've got tanks that can go around and harvest corpses in order to make more soldiers, which I think is really smart. So it's really cool, and there's a lot of lore to it. And one of my things about being in Hobby House and discovering all these other game systems like War Machine, like Bolt Action, things like that. It's really refreshing to kind of see and play and look at some other models and play some other games, because there's a lot of really good games out there. And like, I think, especially when there was the select few being like, oh, it's Warhammer House. It's nice to kind of put that to bed, isn't it?
It is not. I mean, to start with, it was kind of justified. Like, all we had was Warhammer, but that was kind of intentional. Without Warhammer and some paints on it.
Yes.
But that was intentional because you have to get the stuff that sells so you can get more stuff. And we've now got more stuff. So, and it's slowly but surely making its way on the website. One of Deg's has many 9,141 things to do.
Yes.
So it's getting there eventually. You'll be able to get this stuff from us in the future. The guys at TT Combat seem fucking awesome. They were down not too long ago running an event, and they just seem like good people.
They are, and you know what? Like, there's something to be said about a company that releases all of its rules and all of its updates for free.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Like, in the economy we're in, and it's not to say that I don't love GW, because I absolutely love GW, and I think everything they do there. They are making miniature wargaming accessible for everybody. So it's like the gateway drug, isn't it? It's like your friend around the back of the sheds at school, like, do you want some intercessors, mate? And you're like, oh yeah, God, I'll have some intercessors. And then you go down the rabbit hole, and they're like, have you seen this like Abraham's tank for bolt action? You're like, oh, that's the heavy stuff, man. I can't, So long and short of it is, Tobias, Toby, Tony, whatever you want to call me, loves the hobby in general, right? So I'm just happy to be building any sort of models.
Cool, there you go. So, because people always ask us, whenever we do these shows, people always ask us, what you're building? And I always forget to answer, so I thought we'd get that out of the way straight away. And now we can move on to the topic. If you've got comments on anything we're doing, we're building, feel free to stick on a super chat. If you've got questions you want to ask us about, Toby's here. If you've got questions you want to ask about Hobby House, stick it on a postcard. If you've got questions you want to ask us about what we're doing, in the hobby, stick on a postcard. If you've got questions you want to ask us about a list you're thinking about building, and ultimately, if you, which one's that one? That one. If you want to know what colour Toby's pants are,
they're black. Like 99% of my entire wardrobe.
I was going to say stick on a postcard, but you've ruined it now.
Sorry. I don't feel like it's unreasonable to presume that would be the case at this point, seeing as I very rarely wear anything that isn't black. Although I do now own 3 different coloured t-shirts.
You can ask any questions and we'll try and answer. Like, for example, Toby.
Yes.
How many ferrets can you fit in a wheelie bin?
That has a lot of variables. Are the ferrets baby ferrets?
No, adult ferrets.
Adult ferrets. Alive adult ferrets? Or put through a mincer? I don't want to put them through a mincer, but it does change the dramatic scope of ferret
You would
mass.
be able to get considerably more in there if they put through a mincer.
You know, if we were making ferret burgers, then you're going to get more in there. I would say your standard size UK wheelie bin, adult ferrets. None of it's going to be comfortable, whether it's 6 ferrets or 200 ferrets. I reckon you're getting like 100 ferrets in a wheelie bin.
And we'll never know.
And you will never know. Because I will never be the person to put ferrets in the wheelie bin. I had a ferret. I loved it.
Doesn't one of our employees breed ferrets?
They're a ferret rescue centre.
Are they?
Yeah, so when ferrets have been mistreated or need a home, Robbie and Cindy rescue the ferrets, and the ferrets go and get a happy little life.
So what we're saying is that we could maybe find out if they rescue 100 ferrets, and I've got downstairs in the car park a spare wheelie bin. We could find out.
Right. So literal seconds ago when we said, and we'll never find out.
Yeah, but now I'm thinking there's a way.
Right. What's that film where it's like, did you ever stop to think about whether we could or whether we should, or whatever the quote is? Because to me, maybe that answers its own question of no, we probably shouldn't.
You're boring.
Sorry that I like animals and don't want to put ferrets in a wheelie bin.
I love animals.
How terrible of me.
We won't hurt them.
Well, I mean, I don't know if putting 100 ferrets in a wheelie bin is going to be like a great day out for them.
If there's too many ferrets and you're determined to get 100 in a wheelie bin, then you might hurt them. But
right.
Anyway, you can ask those sorts of questions as well.
So what are we supposed to be talking about today?
So what we're supposed to... So exodites is a thing now, right? Exodites is a thing that I never thought would happen.
Really?
I think I said a little while ago, I just can't see them doing it. It's not necessarily sci-fi enough. I really wanted them to.
Right.
If they were to go full faction exodites, I would be as stiff as this table, Toby. I think exodites...
And this is why I don't come on very often.
I think exodites are cool as shit. Elves riding dinosaurs is my vibe. I'm here for it. I fucking love it.
I mean, I love dinosaurs, so I can get behind that.
It's mad good. I love the idea of elves riding dinosaurs. It's just insane. So I didn't think they'd do it. I just thought it's too far, it's too out there, it's too far. Eldar have got quite a big range anyway. When you then factor in that you can take Drakari and Harlequins, all parts of that, and they've started bringing out Corsairs, I just can't see them also doing exodites. And if they do, I don't think it'll be anytime soon. And Games Workshop went, hold my beer, have this. And I was like, cool, I was wrong. Yeah. I was really wrong. Now, what I'm interested in is whether I or we think that, one, exodites will expand out into a bigger range. Corsairs have. They didn't for a while, but they have.
I think I think it's probably been said before, maybe on the channel, if not definitely in the grand scheme of the interweb, is that kill team's a good gateway. Yeah. It's like if everyone's like, oh my god, it's amazing. Look at Krieg. Krieg started as a kill team, and all of a sudden we've got 5, 6 different Krieg boxes.
Yeah, Corsair started as a kill team, and now we've got loads of different Corsair units as well. So I think it's now reasonable and plausible that Exodites could become its own sort of sub-faction, which means Eldar then have a multitude of sub-factions, because they've got the Corsair sub-faction, they've got the Harlequin sub-faction, potentially now they've got the Exodite sub-faction.
But they're kind of not, I mean, Ynnari, where's that gone?
Well, right, quite, yeah.
Considering it's got that really cool avatar model in Yvrain and...
Ynnari is, the thing is with Ynnari, right, is the rules are either mad broken or they're dog shit. And if they're mad broken, you'll see Ynnari everywhere, and if they're dog shit, you don't see them anywhere.
Right, okay.
And the Ynnari narrative is super fucking cool. I also think they're bodging the Ynnari rules. They're not doing a good job of them right now. Like, for example, people like Jane Zar and Lilith Hesperex are heavily involved in the narrative of the Ynnari, and you can't take them in a Ynnari force. And I think that's wrong.
I mean, I don't know. When they did the Gathering Storm at the end of 7th, you can go, and I think it's on Voldemort's channel, he does like a read-through of all the narrative of the Gathering Storm books.
I need to email him, actually. Yeah, carry on.
So he does the Fall of Cadia, the Fracturing of Beltan, and Rise of the Primarch or something like that. And obviously it's Voldemort, so it's like god-tier audio listening. So anyone, I'd recommend going and give that a listen to, because the way that you're kind of like, your Yvrain's story and the Avatar and stuff is all in that, and the Viz arc is so good. That I just feel like, it's a little bit like, we're done. We'll come back to that maybe at some point, because the problem with and I will now get onto the topic, is that you have so much variety. I mean, look at Space Marines. There's so many different chapters of Space Marines. Everyone can do Space Marines their own way. That does it just become, it's technically just more units for the same army? So then is it, because Guard, right, Krieg and Cadian all go in the same army.
They do, yes.
So is it just, it's more models in which to play in your faction. So then it's not necessarily we need more factions, it's just we're giving each faction more variety.
So the question we're asking you all, the thing that I want you to stick on postcards and send in to us is, does Warhammer need more or less factions? Does Warhammer 40k need more or less factions? And the reason why I brought this up is because Exodites could move into its own range. And yes, it's a bolt onto Eldar, but it is kind of an additional sub-faction, so it's a tedious link to the topic. But also, whenever I talk to anyone about do you need more or less factions, I get basically the same answer, right? And the answer I get is, no, we don't need more factions, pause, but I would like Dark Mechanicum, and I would like Traitor Guard.
I mean, anyone telling you they don't want Dark Mechanicum needs to be taken into a room and shot.
But that's what happens. No, pause.
No, I get you.
But these ones would be really nice. I'm like, well, then you want more, don't you? And if you don't want more factions and you want those 2 factions, then you're going to have to choose to get rid of some factions. And there are some factions that I think, in my personal opinion, in Warhammer would be easy to lose. Jeeves to the Cults, fucking Leagues of Votan. I think they'd be very easy to lose, if I'm honest.
But they're relatively new in terms of being brought into the scheme, right?
I just don't think they're good factions. And I think that they don't kind of fit in what Warhammer 4... Genocide Cults, for example, as a full army doesn't make sense. Genocide Cults makes mad sense as a kill team. Mad sense as a kill team narratively. As a full-scale army, it doesn't really make sense. And Leagues of Votan are, hey, let's do squats, but make them significantly more boring.
I mean, I guess that's personal perception. I quite like Gene Cult, but I think that realistically, a cult uprising in the narrative to the degree in which the model ranges would likely be way more involved from stuff that you see in like Necromunda and stuff that you see from Guard. So I've seen some really cool Gene Cult armies that have used more Necromunda models and sort of like more Guard tactics. I think, the Brew Brothers is still a rule to my knowledge.
It is, yeah. So
I think, and I'm the weird one that doesn't think that Gene Cult should be allied to Tyranids. I saw someone in chat just say that they think they should, and I'm completely against that, because what would happen is the Tyranids going to turn up and they're going to eat everybody anyway, because the biomass is biomass. They don't care if it's a Nutella or a jam sandwich, they're eating it all.
Which would you rather have?
Not both together.
No, but which would you rather have, Nutella or jam?
I'm going to go curveball and go Marmite. I don't really like Nutella and I don't really like jam.
You didn't give that as an option, Tabes.
I know, but I'm going to put both on the table and be like, all right, Mr. Tyranid, just take what you want. I'll probably go Nutella because I really don't like jam.
I'd probably go jam. Everyone loves jam. How do you not like jam? How am I just learning this about you?
You know I don't like ketchup, so like what?
Ketchup and jam are not the same thing, mate.
They're red and they're saucy. All right?
Ketchup and jam are very different things.
So
Tabes.
I think that more toys for people to put in their armies is good. That's definitely the way they want it to go, because that's why they said if you want to take Ultramarines and you want to have loads of bikes, you're not going to be penalised for not painting them white and having them as white scars anymore. And I really like that. I like the fact that I can play with my toys however I want to. Would I like to see Dark Mechanicum? Yes. Historically, if we went and actually did the math, there has been a new faction in probably the last 4 or 5 editions of 40k. There's been at least one new faction release, maybe not even including the additional fleshing out of Death Guard and World Eaters, because you've seen Votan, you've seen Gene Cult, you saw Sororitas, and then Emperor's Children, World Eaters, starting probably with Thousand Sons back in 7th, I think that was, and obviously we've had multiple new units for other ones. You've had
Chaos Knights.
So yeah,
Imperial Knights.
New factions are always going to come because it's printing money.
Right.
And they like money. I mean, I like money. We all like money.
We do like money.
It's also one of those things that unfortunately we need to live.
I just don't have any.
Oh my God, stop talking about money.
You brought it up.
That was not an in for you to be sad.
I'm not sad. I'm okay today.
Good.
I'm better than I have been.
You heard, I'm good, and that's where we move on. Positive vibes only.
I'm better than I have been, mate.
Good.
That way today, at least. I think it's because I knew I got to come and see you.
I mean, I'll accept it. I'll take it.
These are fucking sick, by the way.
How much have you built?
I've just built the body and the legs.
They're a little bit smaller than I thought. I thought they were going to be the same size as a Agrodon Lancer.
Well, they're only elves riding them, mate. They're not dinosaurs riding them. In
Well, and that's where it's cooler, you see. It's dinosaurs riding dinosaurs.
Seraphon, you've got dinosaurs riding dinosaurs, right? So, you know. Right, I need to build some. I need to pick a neck. What neck do we want? 18, 19. Which way's his body going? I feel like 19 we want. Where's 19? 18, 20.
You've got a bit of posability with these little tanks. So yeah, I think we'll always see new factions. It's probably easier to bring more models out and throw them into factions than it is to try and create an entire new faction each time. So like Exodites, having a load of Exodite units that generally have a detachment or two that fit inside Eldar means that they're only being balanced against what else is in their book to kind of make it viable. Whereas if you put Exodites as an entire codex, for example, you have to balance them against every army as well as the books.
Right. So here's an interesting point that I was going to raise as part of today's topic. If we ran out of things to talk about, which, I mean, you've already fucking brought it up, so we might as well talk about it now. The thing is, whether more or less factions is good for the game, I think, personally, depends on your mindset as to what Warhammer is to you. So if Warhammer to you is a cool, narrative, like immersive, engaging experience, more factions is good.
Yeah.
More options, more things, more conversions, you face more variety, more narrative, I think it's good. If Warhammer to you is a competitive tabletop game, which is definitely a perfectly valid and viable way of playing it nowadays.
It's probably the larger way it is played now.
Then I
40k, yeah.
I would then suggest that more factions is arguably a bad thing because it hampers balance, like you've just said.
Yes.
Right? Exactly like you've just said. So at that point, I think it hampers balance. At that point, I think that actually then you want less.
Yeah, and as I say, like if you go right, we've got the 3 Exodites dragons in a unit. We've got some essentially Exodites rangers. We've got a couple of foot characters, and maybe we've got a bigger dinosaur with a cannon on it, right? If you're trying to balance that as a faction on its own, it's probably harder than going, right, we need to balance it against the rest of the book so that the book becomes viable and these units aren't broken. Again, I don't write rules, so I could be wrong. I could.
Oh my God, it just goes together.
I mean, you'd hope so.
It just clicked into place then. That was very satisfying.
But there's an argument for, like, you know, did Sororitas need to be an army? Well, yeah, there's a lot of it. Fine. You know, because then you go, well, why isn't there a world where you can play Imperium? And it's going to be a balance thing, isn't it? And I think they did an okay job, but not a great job when they did, like, putting Death Watch and Grey Knights and that all with agents, because it becomes like a really convoluted, like, army composition list of, I've got some good stuff, but also I've got some absolute chaff.
So I kind of miss the days where you could be like, I'm playing Imperium. And you could take...
I mean, the narrative person that I am thinks that's how you should play.
Yeah, right. I just dropped his arm.
I think there should be a list of, I'm going to play these units. And they did it very well, and I don't even know, I haven't played AOS in that format in such a long time, that you could just play Order, and you wouldn't get your faction benefits. The deeper down the hole you went, the more options you would gain. But you could just be like, right, I'm going to have some Stormcast Eternals, I want some dinosaurs, I'm going to get my general bonus for playing Order, and that's it. I don't get my faction rules, but I use all the rules on my data sheets.
Carl Moore, thank you for the $10. He says, I don't want new factions. I want them managed, organised better. Grey Knights, Death Watch, Custodies should be in the Agent's book. The Agent's book should be a supplement to Imperial Guard. Genes to the Cult should be in Kill Team and or Necromunda. That's relevant, so I read it out right away. Interesting points.
Do I think
Custodies, Grey Knights, and Death Watch? I do think should be in an Agent's book. I don't think Custodies should be a full army, despite the fact that I like Custodies and I want to have a full army. I don't think they should be.
I think Custodies should be a data sheet that can join 0 to 1 to any Imperial army, and I think they don't need to be in a book or anything like that. I think really, like, if you're lore accurate Custodies, you're taking a unit of maybe a shield captain and 5 dudes, and you're throwing them down and they hit like a fucking truck and they're at 400 points. And that's how I would have done them. But again, like, the problem with doing things like that is that where it doesn't start that way, there's 2 trails of thought. Firstly, removing an army feels bad for anyone who's collecting that army and has been collecting that army for a long time. And also, if you go down the route of going, right, we're going to bring out, I don't know, the Custodies didn't come out, and let's say we're bringing Custodies in 11th edition, and they're coming out as a unit, 1 unit. They're not selling as many boxes, and fundamentally it's a race to the coins. So if you limit how much of something someone can take, they're not going to buy as much.
No. It's part of the reason, interestingly, it's part of the reason why I'm curious as to why rule of 3 is still a thing.
Because it's not a thing in Age of Sigmar.
It's not a thing in any of their other game systems.
No.
And now they've got this new mechanic where if you take 1, it costs you 100 points. Take 2, it costs you another 100 points. Take 3, it now costs you 110 points.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if you're now bringing in the mechanic where over 2 it costs more points and over 3 it costs more points well, then you can lift the rule of 3 and just increase the points values of additional units.
Yes, you could, but I guess there becomes a world where you're playing a list that is absolutely just a meme, isn't it? At that point,
yeah. But
because there's that absolutely. I was looking. I had a tinkle with a tinkly look at some of the 40k rules because I've not looked at 10th edition, 11th edition at all yet. And I was like, oh, I wonder if I could do Custodes because I've got some Custodes models that I'd like to look at for my maybe doing something with. And I was like, there is an absolutely broken ass list of just taking loads of fucking Custodian Dreadnoughts. I'm like, that sounds great fun, but it's great fun for me. I don't think it's great fun for whoever's playing it. And then like you go, well, actually, you can, but if you want to play the Warhammer you want to play without that restriction, you've probably taken like 3 units, because by the time you've got your 7th Custodian Dreadnought, it's probably about 1,000 points.
Well, yeah, and you're right, you do bring in the world of meme lists. Like, you'll get to a point where a person could take a list that's just 6 defilers. But
yeah,
what does Games Workshop do with that particular individual? Well, they've sold 3 additional defilers.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised they haven't gone, well, we're going to manage it with points now and lift the rule of 3. I think that would be... That for me makes more financial sense for them, because there are people out there, I'm one of those people, I've done it in the past, there's people out there who will make stupid fucking lists just because they're stupid. They might not even be good.
Yeah.
They're just stupid, but I can, so I will.
I don't think I've ever taken a really good list, apart from that one time I had to play Paddy where I had to think about what I took.
We went to a teams tournament and I took 3 Baneblade variants.
I mean, that's smooth brain hammer, isn't it?
I took 3 Baneblade variants, 2 Lehman Russes, and a couple of Tech Priests.
I mean, that sounds viable.
It was fucking great fun.
I mean, I'm going to show my age and probably oust myself from the entire chat and be like, bring back force organisation charts. I think I've said that before. And I don't necessarily think that everyone should adhere to the same force organisation chart, but I think maybe when you choose your detachment and things like that, it's like, well, you're going to get these cool benefits, but you also have to adhere to a level of the narrative of how Space Marines play or how Gene Cult would play. Maybe Gene Cult would allow more characters because their characters aren't as good and their units only function well with characters.
This kit, by the way, chat, is absolutely genius. Absolutely genius. All of the arms on all of the necks are all interchangeable.
Oh, that's cool. So there's a bit of variety to it.
So if you make 6 Lancers, you can actually interchange all of the arms and necks. So you've got 6 different poses, which is incredible. I wonder if the Lancers can be mounted onto different dragons as well. Maybe not. That might be the restriction. But if your arms and heads are different, then you're going to make them look different anyway, so you kind of get away with it.
And the heads will be the biggest part of it, because the draw.
43 and 44 I want for these, I reckon. Fucking sexy. Absolutely madly erect. 43, 44. 43, here we go. Anyway, let us know what you think, chat. Playing in Astraeus versus Paddy didn't end well.
No, it didn't. I watched that happen in real time.
Paddy just doesn't have any chill. Yeah.
You can always walk away from playing Paddy going, well, I've been paddied.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And you sort of walk, you kind of waddle, you clench a bit.
You've had a good time. That's what you tell yourself. Cry in the bath.
A time was had. Yeah, thank you, Valaquenta, for the €5. I play lots of factions: World Eaters, Chaos Knights, Emperor's Children, Eldar Nids, Death Guard, Chaos Space Marines, but Dark Mechanicum has been my wet dream for 10 years, 100%. If they do Dark Mechanicum well, and I think it will come, I do think it will come. If they do Dark Mechanicum well, and they bring out a decent range, and it's kind of more Heresy aesthetic Mechanicum robots with a chaosy vibe, my God, I think that would print money. I think so. Popular.
I saw it with the Red Corsairs, and I'm hoping that we're just generally maybe going that way a little bit, where everything that is chaos doesn't have to be covered in bloody spikes. because I just think, come on, GW, we're past it.
You don't like the idea that a Chaos Rhino is a loyalist rhino with a pack of spikes?
No.
And a Chaos Predator is a loyalist predator with a pack of spikes, the same pack of spikes.
I'm not in that. That is not my wheelhouse. Where does that go? What goes in there? Oh, that's clever.
You're so stuck up, Toby, honestly.
Look.
What's wrong with spikes?
Honestly. Nothing's wrong with spikes, but I mean, I say at the moment, sadly, I'm not about that 40k life because it doesn't feel like the game that I loved. And I'd play it because I like the people I play with. But in regards to the actual game I want to play, I'm just going to play Heresy because it's more of what I loved about the game that I originally played, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I was sat talking to Ash last Wednesday. He came in and did a show, which was a reveal all where he just kept loads of secrets, which was quite good for me.
Oh, so he didn't actually reveal anything?
He revealed some things. He made some flat lies up as well, which I knew he would. I think I revealed more of a shocking secret about him, or a shocking story about him, than he did about me.
Yeah, but I thought the ice cream van thing was never proven.
No, it's about when he snapped his banjo string tapes. That's what we talked about on the show.
I'm so sorry I missed it.
The best part of that is I know what your face was then without even looking up.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was chatting to him. So Ash and I, as kids, years and years and years ago, as is probably the story for a lot of people, he was my 40k opponent because he's my brother, and we both had Warhammer, and it was him that I played and him that I beat up on all the time. And talking to him is interesting because him and his mate play, and they don't really play the rules properly by his own admission because they don't really know what they're doing.
Yeah.
But the thing that he loves about, and what he was sort of saying to me off air was, for the most, because he still likes Warhammer, he loves the narrative setting. He's read books and listened to audiobooks and all sorts. But he says the thing that reminds him of Warhammer just kind of doesn't really exist anymore.
No, I would agree with that.
I explained to him that Heresy now is kind of that vibe. Like, that's got the blast templates, it's got the flamer templates, it's got the armor phasings. I just watched his face lit up as he was like, I was like, yeah, that's
it's more like I play war games to. I mean, a lot of my armies are all about committing war crimes. So, I do enjoy that. Like in Drop Fleet Commander, I just built a list that you're meant to put your little troops on the cities, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to blow the cities up because it doesn't matter if I put no men down there if you can't either, and it's war crimes. Love it. That's why I play Mechanicum in Heresy when I get to play, which is never. But for me, I don't, and I have no, and I say this as a caveat, right? Especially as a general manager of a hobby shop, like. I love that people are having a good time with 11th edition. I'm so stoked that people are playing a game and having a good time with it.
The gaming experience, as actual playing the game, is good.
Yes. It's just, for me, I can't get my head round symmetrical shapes. And the thing that kind of bugs me a little bit is, well, these are the templates. You put whatever terrain you want on them. But then on all the maps, it's L shapes on them in order to create the correct line of sight blocking parts. So I'm like, this is no different. All you've done is make us put cardboard down, or if you're slightly better, like we are at Hobby House, you put down the 3D printed tray bit first, or you mold the two together and make cool-looking terrain. And I'm just like, who's the generals in these armies that are going, right, we're going to wage warfare, but we can't wage warfare here because that building isn't the exact telemetry across at 46.2 degree angles as this one.
Toby, blink 3 times if this is a hostile working environment. Beyond says Heresy's a mess at the moment. Why is that?
I mean, it's Heresy 2.0, which is when I came into it, was a wonderful game. And I think I've not had enough time, because I started here basically like about a month after Heresy 3 came out, and I've not had a chance to really get into it. And I think they've done some good things with it, and I think some things I don't agree with. Like trying to build a Mechanicum list in 3.0, I was like, I don't have a degree.
I'll tell you what, Mr. McCardle's down next month. He's coming over from the American lands. And I've said, can we play Heresy on stream? And he said yes.
Oh, that's exciting.
He's the man to talk to.
Oh well, I'll be watching.
He knows about Heresy. He said the list building's too complicated at the moment.
I mean, and I don't know why they took Force Org out. And they were like, now it's like, if you want more units, you have to take more characters. But then Heresy traditionally was like, you've got your Praetor, maybe you've got like a Praetorian or something like that, and you just roll with it. You've got a Centurion. That's it, because then it's Space Marines or it's robots, whatever. So, no game is perfect, though, is it? So
TSINI Productions, I don't know if I said that right, he says, I miss putting down 2 armies and simulating a battle rather than playing a game of British Bulldog. Yeah, I like, here's the thing, right? I'm one of those weird people at the moment who I agree with both sides of the same argument. And normally you pick a side, right? But I agree with both. I think 11th is a very good game to play on the tabletop. I think it's smooth. I think it works nicely. I think it's relatively balanced at the moment. It plays well. It's interesting and fun on the tabletop. I have to problem solve. I like that. And I am genuinely having the most fun playing Warhammer that I've had in a long time. And that's not to say I'm having the most fun I've ever had. The most fun I've had in a long time. I think the game is good. I think the game is interesting. I think the game now, ultimately, completely lacks narrative flavour. I just think it does. And I think that things like weapon skills and initiative and blast templates and armour facings and firing arcs, I cannot tell you how much I hate the fact that the back of a track of a fucking Redeemer can hang over the edge of a building and suddenly it can flame you with its two forward-facing sponsons. I fucking hate it. I cannot stand that. I can't stand it. I can't stand the fact that if that same Redeemer is left-hand on to your unit, it can still shoot both flamers. Well, it can't, because one's facing the other fucking way. For me, it's devoid of kind of soul now. They've taken the soul out of it. They haven't taken the fun out of it, I don't think. I think the game is still fun. I think the game is very fun. I think it's lost a bit of soul.
Do you know what it is? It's actually, do you know what? Here comes the fucking truth bomb, right? We're the problem. Because we're expecting the game to be the game that we knew, and it's not the same game.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you. It's
just not the same game, is it? And that's fine.
I think they've gone, well, Heresy's going to be that game. We don't need two games that do the same thing.
No, and again, like far be it they've made a lot more money than we have. What they're doing works. It's like an e-sport, it's accessible. You haven't got to go how many bolt pistols I've got because that's another 7 points in that unit, and now I've got to do all the maths. And I like the pen and paper aspect of Warhammer. I liked working out, if I take that out, I can put a melter bomb here and actually get one more tactical marine in that unit. I loved all of that. I like the nuances of all those sort of little bits of the game. And now it's designed to be like, right, you can take 3 of this unit. It doesn't matter if you want to equip them with the big gun or the little gun. It's all the same points sort of stuff. And if there is a change, because it's like that, is it a riptide? If you take the bigger gun, it's a few more points, but there's no granularity to it.
I think that, you're right. I miss the granularity. That's another part of it that I miss. I miss the list building phase.
Because I reckon people come in, this would be interesting, and you can't really gather this intel, but people who've come in at 9th, 10th, 11th, right? If you gave them 7th in peak 7th, 9 books to fucking understand what the fuck your army was, people would be like, this is fucking rubbish.
Yeah, I agree. But I have that nostalgia fucking
pull,
unfortunately. But again, like I said, I'm not. So I find a lot of people will pick a side and they'll go, it's got no soul, it's not narrative enough, it's not fun enough, I don't like it. Other people will go, it's the best version of the game we've had in a long time, I love it. I see both and agree with both sides. I do think now that the flavour for me personally, and this, if we move back onto the actual topic, the flavour for me now is it comes in the list building, army composition, and the picking now of your dispositions. So you go, I'm building an army to achieve disruption or taking hold or reconnaissance or whatever. And I know you have no fucking idea what I'm talking about right now.
It's you basically choose how you score, right?
Yeah, essentially.
I mean, it dictates like your deployments and
so
things.
Now, so some players now, if they want to be narrative, they can do a full Wraith Host army or a Wind Rider army, or they can do a Blood Angels Jump Pack army, or they could do a Vashtar Demon Engine army, and right, or they could do a full Beast Snagger army. So I think that's where you get your flavour now. And if you don't want to do that kind of level of narrative and flavour, then what you can do is you can just build the most competitive list you can with the most optimised things that come out of that codex.
Yeah.
Whether it makes sense or not, narratively. And I think that's where we have to find our flavour. I think too many people are going, the game isn't flavourful enough. The game has always been a sandbox. So there is nothing that tells. So if you're going to go to tournaments, you have to pay chapter approved. That's a tournament, right? But the game's a sandbox. No one has ever said you have to play chapter approved if you're playing Warhammer.
No, but caveat. Downstairs in the shop, there's a couple of guys I really get on with them, and they came in 10th, right? And they've got some nicely painted armies, and they're enjoying it, and they're doing really well with the game, right? They're into 11th, and they're like, well, this is now how we have to play, because they don't give us any instruction on how to play on like the big Fortress Wall table or the Zone Mortalis table, because if we look at the rule book and go rules as written, I have no way to play that, but I want to play that, but I don't know how.
Okay.
And I think, you know, and this is just my opinion, as I say, totally behind. Like, I'll say this now, so I've said it, right? I love people who are enjoying 11th edition. I think it's great. I think it's probably a great game. It's just not a game that I want to play.
Okay.
But for me, when they were like, this is the best of narrative and competitive combined, that's where it went wrong for me. I would have been like, this is great for competitive. This is really good. It means that it's fair, the disposition stuff works. And all they had to do in that narrative deck was be like, here's your circles, or here's your ideas for objectives. You put terrain where you want. Here's a defend a stronghold mission. Here's a capture the relic sort of mission. Lay the terrain out how you like. Have a good old time. And just give people, like, you're right, it's a sandbox, but people do still want some guidance.
Yeah, to give them a loose framework.
Yes, exactly. And that's the only thing I think that I would have changed, really. The core rules are exactive. I don't agree, Pridders, because when they go, look, they put the terrain areas out on the objectives and they outline what the objectives are to play. So, but when you look at the cards, and I'm talking about literally face value, so a person who doesn't know Warhammer very well draws his cards and goes, right, we have to put the layouts here, 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 and here. So they put their little squares down, and then the pictures on there show, like, maybe it's a container. Now, that's fine, but all the big pieces are symmetrical buildings, and they're shown with L's on. So if you don't have them, and you've got VHS and a can of baked beans, you're looking at it going,
classic days.
Yeah, you're going, well, how does that do? You know, it doesn't work that way. I just think that there should be a nice, easy peasy, here's how to play fun Warhammer, you know, and I would keep it separate from the core competitive side of things.
Like old Eternal War missions, almost.
Maybe I am writing a game off I haven't played Deeks, but the caveat to your comment is there's nothing there that makes me want to play it. I have read the rules. I have read the rule book. I just don't think it's clear enough. But it's fine. It doesn't matter. None of you are going to be sad that I don't really vibe with it, right? Because it doesn't affect anybody else. It's just opinion.
Well, and this is the beauty of GW products in general. So if you don't like current 1140k for whatever reason, rightly or wrongly, and you can't be wrong because liking something is subjective.
Of course.
You then can play Age of Sigmar or Heresy.
Yeah, exactly.
Or Old World or Kill Team
and this is
or
the
Decrement.
And this is the beauty, right, of working and running the hobby shop, is that my hobby needs are met by a wonderful plethora of various different bits and pieces to play. I like to play on big fortress table with stupid amount of tanks and robots and war crimey things, and like that's my vibe. That's where I get my enjoyment from. But I also get a lot of enjoyment of seeing people just have a good time playing. And that's why, as much as it doesn't, oh yeah, Kleenex boxes is a good one. Paper towel rolls, you know, anything
Mine
like
always
that.
empty.
Really? Oh fuck. Jesus Christ.
There again now.
Cool. Swiftly moving on. So, you know, I've tried to make the terrain downstairs for people who want to play with the shapes and the things the nicest version of that there could be.
Yeah.
Rather than just that. Because the other thing is like, just because people want to play competitive Warhammer. Now, I'm not good at competitive Warhammer. I've only played like maybe 2 or 3 games of actually trying to play, and my brain hurts too much, so I don't do it. But I think that you need a bit more height in it. Because like some of the pieces that they give you, like in that starter box, are great, but there's not. It's just very one-dimensional at the moment, and I like there being up and down bits and pieces. I did try Crusade a little bit. I quite liked Crusade because I like the sort of RPG elements of your troops and characters and stuff getting a little bit more bits and bobs.
I'm a dinosaur player now.
I love my dinosaurs for Age of Sigmar. I've built 6 little tanks and some little teeny weeny men. Look at the teeny weeny men. They're tiny.
They are literally tiny.
But unlike those...
A Space Marine's much bigger than those.
Yeah. I know. But they were only one piece.
Are they?
Enjoyable. Yes, good. So yeah, more factions, less factions, I don't know. I think more models is good for everyone. It's good for Games Workshop.
How the fuck does this go on there? Or is it also quite posable? I think it's quite posable. Okay.
I don't think there's a right or wrong answer to factions. I think fundamentally they're probably not all getting their own codexes. I think that a lot of it will appear in other books. Like, you know, there's that big... I always think that Knights and AdMech maybe could have been together, and maybe Chaos Knights and Dark Mech could be a thing. And then there's a detachment in there. Because the thing is, detachments mean that you can kind of put stuff in the same books and go, but if you want to play with mainly just your knights, you could put your knight disposition-y things and detachments in. That is very smart.
It's fucking cool, isn't it?
It's kind of like a little bit chicken dinosaur monster. I quite like that. It's quite smart.
I love it. I'm vibing with it right now. Right, let's get some things up from chat. Right, CJ, thank you for a gift of membership before we started. You're an absolute legend. Let's get a narrative game booked in, Toby. Your tanks versus my squigs. You play Hold the Line, I'll play Bring It, the Wall Down.
Yeah, I mean, that's the easy way. I point and say that survives or that dies, and that's the mission, right? I just love war games in general. I don't want people to think I'm being a negative Nancy, because I'm really not. And
He's
I also
so negative all the time.
Oh my God, where's the pot? Because the kettle is black. You know, fucking Uno reverse, my friend. Uno reverse.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Shut up and build your dinosaurs.
I don't know what you're talking about, Toby. I've been in a great mood for 6 months.
Yes. So, you know, I have opinions. It doesn't mean I'm right. I'm happy to be wrong.
Well, that's the beauty of opinions, though, isn't it? They're like arseholes. Everyone's got one. Everyone's got one.
Technically, no.
What do you mean technically no?
Well, technically yes and no.
How many people do you know that haven't got an arsehole?
Well, I know someone who has Crohn's disease.
He's still got an arsehole.
Yeah, but it doesn't work.
I didn't say that it had to be a working arsehole, did I?
No, but I'm sure he'd rather it did.
I'm sure he'd rather
He's
it
a
did
very
as well.
brave guy, to be fair to him.
But it doesn't, like, having an arsehole doesn't mean the arsehole has to work, Dave. That wasn't what I said. I said everyone's got one. He's still got an arsehole. And what he's not doing, right, is he's not thinking of the positives.
Are we going there?
I wonder how much money he saved on loo roll. When COVID hit, right, and there was a shortage, he was like,
Sorry, everybody. I shouldn't have taken us down this road.
He'll be like, no loo roll, I don't need it. Don't worry about that shortage.
No, but, I mean,
Got to look at the positives of life.
Oh, this is a cool plane. What do I put on the plane? How does the plane work? The plane can carry the tanks. The tanks can clip into the plane, I think.
Really?
Yeah. Right, where's the instructions for the plane?
Right, chat, we are currently on 23 members.
Number 2, 3, and 3.
So Toby's going to think you hate him.
I don't think you hate me, it's fine.
He's going to think you hate him unless we get to at least 400, now 100. I won't be greedy. I'm just going to clip these bits out and I'll say thank you. Do you want to do some Toby hopes?
We can do topes.
Topes?
Yeah, we can do topes if you like. They're not going to be... I'm not as good as Joe. I mean, I felt really mean the other day because I rated all Joe's hopes quite poorly.
Don't forget as well, by the way, you wonderful human beings, that we're doing a thing now that if you gift 5 or more members, there's a giveaway. And that giveaway will scale with how many 5 gifteds we get given, right? So for the people that have gifted 5 already, 1, 2, 3 of you, 4 of you, at the moment you've got a 1 in 4 chance of winning something.
So
I'm yet to decide what that something is.
Does it not have to get to a certain amount before the giveaway happens, or is it just...
No, because then it puts a lot of pressure on to hit a number, and although I want to hit that number, I would like for the people that consistent... Because what I don't want to happen, right, if a person comes in and gifts 5 every single fucking stream, right, and we never get to the target for the giveaway, they never get a giveaway. But if that same person keeps coming in and we get to a point where only 6 people have gifted 5 in that stream, I want them to still have a chance of winning something.
That's
it just
fair.
won't be as big a thing to win because I won't have the revenue for it.
Yeah.
But it's something, right? It's better than fucking nothing. So we did it yesterday, got to 100. I've got a spreadsheet saved of all the people that gifted 5. Tomorrow on the Talking Head show, I will draw a winner. And if we do it today and tonight, I will draw more winners.
That's cool.
So gift 5 in the giveaway. Job done. Anyway, talking about gifting 5, thank you, Tank, for 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Tank. I hope that if the next faction that is revealed, or the next set of cool units at a reveal show, is something you've wanted for a long, long time.
Oh. I don't know what Tank would want.
Well, he is the unknowing.
He is the unknowing. I know he's a big Dark Angels fan.
I like Dark Angels. Maybe we're going to get new Samael.
Oh,
I would quite like that.
Please, 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 please. Thank you, Tank. You're a legend. Love you. You're an absolute hero. He gifts loads. See? Some people like Tank who give loads. He's in a giveaway now, guaranteed, just because he gives 5 all the time. Which means you get lots of.
You could do that thing that the baked potato man on TikTok I watch sometimes does, where you can say that, okay, so that giveaway is worth X amount of product. Now you can either have that or you can roll it on, and then the prize on the next stream gets bigger.
Ooh.
You know, I mean, I think the prize is going to be that unfinished Kallax unit.
Oh, you wouldn't pay the shipping on that.
No, that's fair. We can ship them a door. The doors aren't attached.
I have thought about coming in to do the show tomorrow night. So just for reference, chat, I was hoping to do an after dark show in the chairs on Friday with Luce, but she's been really sick all week and she can barely talk. It's got much better. I was talking to her on the phone this morning. It's got much better, but when I spoke to her this morning, she's like, I'm not going to do the show if I still sound like this, which is totally fair because her voice is absolutely buggered. So I'll wait and find out tomorrow. I did think about, if she's not on the show, I did thinking about zooming the camera out over there and sat and build the fucking unit on stream.
Reasonable. It's crying out to be built.
It is crying out to be built. And I thought, well, there we go. This two stones, one bird, right? That's how it works. You kill one bird with 2 stones.
Am I having a stroke? I might be. I don't know.
And then I thought we could just build that on the stream and it's done then. So.
Well, and then you can do the magical like what's behind door number 4.
My mother-in-law doesn't have an arsehole. She had her colon removed and the hole stitched shut.
See, I was right. Not everybody has one.
She's got an arsehole. It's just stitched shut. She still has one.
What about someone who's like had to have like it might have been in an accident and had like half their body had to be like removed?
Well, then they might not have one anymore. They did have one.
Well, I don't know if that was the point.
No, I'm scrabbling here, but you know.
Well, I hope everyone at home has, got one.
The prize cabinet, yeah, the prize cabinet.
The prize cabinet, sad cabinet. Hashtag sad cabinet.
Which at this rate, I'll take home and we'll do the giveaways on the Talking Head streams and it'll be the prize cabinet. Oh, that's an idea. Then you give 5 and you get to use the prize cabinet and pick a door.
I think you should do that when you, maybe, right? Everyone who, is there a gift 10 memberships button or is it just a gift 5 or 20?
There's gift 5, there's gift 10, there's gift 20, there's gift 50.
So what if 5 gifted was you get entered into the draw? But what if 10 was instant spin the wheel?
What's the wheel do?
Well, you can write things on the wheel. So it could be like spin again or better luck next time or £50 voucher, all sorts of cool things on spin the wheel. Open the door, immediate open one of the doors. It's crazy things. You can do a lot with spin the wheel because you write your stuff on the wheel itself. I've said wheel a lot.
You do like the idea of the wheel, don't you?
I just think the wheel's a fun way because then people can gift and then it's instant hold the fucking phones. We've got to spin the wheel.
Chat, do you want a wheel spin? Do you want to spin the wheel thing? I have to buy one. I'm sure they can't be too expensive off of Amazon.
They're not. I've looked a few times. Because I said the spin the wheel could be great for chat plays because then you can dictate what the mentalness of the rules are, and then the wheel dictates who gets to spin. What does the spin mean?
I miss chat plays. I am strongly considering when we do captains versus Tau and Joe dressed as a horse to bring in chat plays for the same stream just for the lols.
It'd be carnage.
It would be
absolute carnage. Right now, where do these bits go?
It would be carnage.
Am I an 80s TV show presenter? Maybe. I could be a time traveler, Deeks. You simply wouldn't know.
Liam sings happy birthday. You don't want to hear that. Thank you, Callum Prickett, for 5 gifted memberships.
Oh, thank you very much, Callum. I hope that none of your paints ever dry up when you just need them. And you've gone to get a paint out and you're opening it and you're like, oh, I've not used pallid witch flesh in a long time. It might be dry, but you open it and it's just smooth as butter.
That's a good hope. I don't know how these go together.
With glue. Joe in a dress to spin the wheel. Joe, I read that as Joe dressed as the wheel.
Just Joe spinning around.
We could get one of them. You could hire for like a Thanes Day one of those throw the sponge at the thing and it dunks someone into the water.
That sounds incredible.
I always used to do that when we went to school and they would do it and one of the teachers was up there. You'd always be like, oh, it's the teacher I don't like.
I'm not sure I can force him to sit on it though.
I mean, I'd sit on it. It sounds like a laugh. Which way do these go? That way. So, convex.
Well, I think I've put them together properly. Okay, thank you, Callum. Thank you, Plummy Plum, for 5 gifted memberships.
Oh, thank you, Plummy Plum. I hope that the next time you have a roast dinner, you get all the extra potatoes and pigs and blankets.
They've got to be good roasties, though.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
I've had too many bad roast potatoes in my life.
You know, Toby Carvery sometimes do quite a good roast potato.
I didn't know you did a carvery.
Walked into that one.
Oh, you did. You did. Well, anyway, thank you, Plummy Plum, you're a legend. Thank you, Tribune and Michael Valentine for the 1 gifted each. Thank you, Carmore, for the $10. I've already read that one out. And Valenquenta. Thank you, Mr. Craig, for $10. He says, Bjorn the Fellhound are getting a new novel. Are we expecting a new model? Excited much, Liam. Thank you so much for the yellow super chat and proving you didn't watch last night's show.
What was last night's show about? Is it the book?
It's about Bjorn the Fellhound book coming out and whether that means he's going to get a new model or go to Legends.
Probably unpopular opinion here, but the model is bin.
It's a classic box knot.
It's bin.
It's not bin.
It's so small.
The classic box knots are amazing.
How does he walk? He's got no knees.
He wobbles.
Yeah,
waddle,
it's just
waddle,
no,
waddle.
it's not good.
Waddle, waddle.
Bjorn, get a grip. Get in a Redemptor chassis and we'll talk.
I don't think it's bin.
Oh, I just don't like it. I don't. You know what? Again, here comes an unpopular opinion. Don't like Space Wolves. So, you know, there we go. I'm making all the enemies today, chat.
How you don't like Space Wolves? Why?
I don't. I just. I think the audio books or the Heresy books ruined it for me. Rush just sounds like an absolute moron.
We're learning things about Toby today, chap.
We are. You know, it's all right. Joe's back next week, everybody. Don't worry about it.
Oh, God for that. I'm joking. I like having you on the show.
No, I'm not a big fan of Space Wolves. Not a big fan. I love Dreadnoughts, but as soon as I saw the Redemptor, every other Dreadnought to me was dead. Because I'm like, oh look, it's a Dreadnought of how Dreadnoughts I think should look. I mean, I love robots as well. You see my Mechanicum. It's all about big walking murder bots. So I'm behind the Dreadnought.
I think too many people, when they think about Warhammer, think it needs to make sense. Where's his knees? I don't think it needs to make sense. I don't think anyone really cares.
Maybe it doesn't, but he should have knees. All right? Is that part number 7? Oh, it's a troop carrier.
Oh, he's got like double melee weapons, this Gadge. He's good. He's got an axe and a sword. What's your excuse?
Well, I don't have an axe and a sword.
Yeah.
Pass. So what army are you playing tonight against? Is Sean bringing the standard Sisters of Battle?
Sean is bringing the standard Ultramarines of Battle.
Ultramarines, oh, that's cool. So what are you going to run?
I don't yet know. I haven't decided.
What are the options?
Eldar.
You ran Eldar on last time I was here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not last week, week before.
No, it was last week. It was Thursday.
Yeah, it was last week. It was Thursday. So Eldar.
Yeah.
Is an option.
Eldar's an option. Yeah. And
I can run World Eaters.
You could.
Which I haven't run. I didn't run for the whole of 10th edition.
Would you be bringing Angry Rom?
Always bring an Angry Rom. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I could run Space Wolves, but that doesn't seem to make sense into Ultramarines. I don't like Space Marine versus Space Marine matchups.
No, I can understand that.
Just not.
Feels a bit like training ground, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't love it. I think it's a bit like, yeah, it just doesn't sort of make sense to me. So I don't like to do it.
What about Tau?
It's an option, but I don't feel like I've had my hand held by Paddy quite enough yet to play Tau competently on my own. And what I don't want to do, because for some reason, right, do I say, yeah, I'm going to say it. For some reason, lately, and I'm going to get murdered for this, the comment section on YouTube has got super fucking hostile.
Okay.
And so any slight mistake now, and people are in the comment section fucking slamming me. And maybe it's justified if there's a mistake in there, but I'm also quite fragile. So I'm just trying to avoid making those mistakes. And then I don't have to worry about how fragile I'm feeling because people won't be nasty.
I mean, the problem is with the internet is that you've got a keyboard and a screen, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, I know people are going to go boo-hoo, Liam, you put yourself on the internet, and rightly so, but up until recently, that wasn't a problem, and it's just become a problem recently, so. Hey. Fuck 'em is kind of right, but again, play Custodies. I think we might have a Custodies army on the channel, but again, Custodies versus Space Marines, I don't know if it makes sense to me. Ultramarines versus Custodies seems a bit... I have to have a look out back at what we've got access to. Leviathan Dread is best Dread.
Leviathan Dreadnought is probably the best Dreadnought.
My favourite Dreadnought is the new plastic Custodies Contemptor.
Again, reasonable, yeah. That's a very good Dreadnought. I really like the Saturnine Dreadnought. I just wish it had a combat option. If they gave me Saturnine Dreadnought with big spear and shield, or 2 mighty fists, I'd be a happy little camper. There's a lot of models in this box.
I was hoping I'd be able to leave the rider off the dyno, but I don't know if I can.
Oh no, the shot glass ain't coming out.
The shot glass could still come out. Let's not.
It's not right it off yet. These little troop carriers are sick.
Or do I just build it, chat, and get on with it?
I would. I don't do sub-assemblies because I'd find I'd lose the bit. I did when I first came back to the hobby, I started doing Custodies in 8th. And I tried to sub-assembly the arms, and then I'd painted the bodies, and I was quite happy with it, considering I hadn't painted in a long time. And then I'd forgotten how I did it, and I couldn't get the same colour on the arms, and at that point I was like, everything's getting glued together, everything, forever.
Right, well, I'll find out where that goes, and I can get that on there, I think, without the rider. And then the rest of it is on the rider. Okay, let's see how that goes, shall we? Let's see. Anyway, I added that to my. I know I added that to my last week's stream, but I promise I only raised it once to try and help with rules comment. No, honestly, there's comments about rules that we get wrong, which are fine, and there's comments which are just people being horrible. And like up until a few months ago, shitty fucking horrible comments on YouTube, I'd be like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. Crack on, mate, go for it. I'm not bothered. And just recently, not so. The rider's legs and the model separate. Yeah, you get a set of legs that I just built here. Right, you can see the little set of legs, and then a torso that I've built here, little torso, which I'm about to stick together. And then you've got this is the guy, the character dude who isn't the Psyker or the Ranger, and he's got an axe and a sword that are also separate. I think there's actually going to be a reasonable amount of kit bash potential in these, which is quite good. I quite like it. Because normally I feel like these sorts of riders on things, the kit bash potential is quite low. But hey. Thank you, Evan to for $5. Have you noticed in the app a unit cost varies whether you have 2 separate units or individual units, i.e. 2 broadsides in one versus separate? What do you mean? So if you have a broadside that's 90 points and you take a second unit of broadsides that's 100 points, but if you take a unit of broadsides at 90 points and you add a second one in, it's another 90 points. Is that what you mean, Evan?
Oh, so that it's different if you're adding to the unit or adding a second unit.
Yeah. So if that's what you mean, I think it kind of makes sense, because adding a second Riptide to a single unit, because the points increase cost is per unit, not per model necessarily. So adding a second Riptide, broadside to a single unit, it's still, it's impacted by the same battle shock. It's impacted by the same stratagems. I think it kind of makes sense. It has to be in coherency, so it's more restricted. So I think it kind of makes sense. I think it's okay. I think that's as intended, if I'm honest. Yeah. Okay. So that's what you mean. Good. I think it's as intended. I don't think that's a mistake. I think that's right. But
I've heard good things about the app.
The app's incredible now. And today they released an article. Combat Patrol is now in the app.
They've done like a new version of Combat Patrol. They've like adjusted the rules and stuff.
They haven't really adjusted the rules as far as I can tell. But you can now take your Combat Patrol in the app. So you can just pick Combat Patrol in the rules.
You go Combat Patrol Dark Angels and it's all your...
Yeah, I haven't looked at it yet myself because I haven't run an app update since I saw the article this morning, and I don't know if it's automatically updated yet, but Combat Patrol is now in the app, which is cool.
That is cool. I mean, making games more accessible for people is always going to be a win, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
How does this bit?
I was kind of disappointed with Combat Patrol 11th edition because I was sort of hoping they would do a spearhead like AOS. AOS often feels a little bit like a test bed. Let's test this thing. Oh, it's quite popular. Let's bring out a 40k version.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm just reading into it because I'm a 40k whore or whether actually what goes on is AOS does a thing and 40k goes, oh, that's really good. But anyway, Combat Patrol's in the app now, so there you go. I was wondering if the benefit to risk ratio to have separate units versus together, especially for small units or whatever. Yeah, I think there's things to think about, right? So if you have a unit of 2 broadsides and you suffer a battle shock test at the hands of an enemy's rule, you know, they're both battle shocked then. If you have 2 separate units of broadsides and you suffer a battle shock test at the hands of an enemy rule, one of them's battle shocked, the other one isn't. And I think they take into consideration things like that. So I think multiples in a single unit will not carry the extra points cost. That's how I've always interpreted it because of things like that. There is a flip side, of course. If you pay a stratagem to give them, I don't know, sustained hits, both of them get sustained hits. There is benefits to it as well.
That makes sense to me.
I think it's about stopping spamming single units of 1 and stuff like that. I think that's the point. But hey. Right, thank you, Evan. Also, thank you, Evan, to Manello for the 5 gifted memberships.
Oh, Evan to Manello. I hope that when you next go to the supermarket, someone in the queue before you has done a random act of kindness, and or you get there and you've got your like weekly shop, and the cashier man or lady or whatever says, "Oh, it's already paid for."
I paid for someone's fuel the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was it yours?
No.
Did you do it by mistake?
No. There was a person in front of me in the garage, and it wasn't a pay at pump. It's one of those rare occasions where it wasn't a pay at pump option. You had to go in.
Right.
And it was at like a service station, and you had to go in, and I was stood in the queue, and this person looked utterly fucking distraught because they didn't have their wallet on them. And they were like an older person.
Right, okay.
So I didn't want to just use Apple Pay because I feel like they probably didn't have it.
They're like getting out their Nokia 3210 like, what's Apple Pay?
And from what I could gather, they were quite far away from home. They didn't have wallet on them or purse on them, whatever you want to call it. And they were getting really quite upset.
Oh.
And the garage attendant wasn't particularly sympathetic. And so I used to work at a petrol station years and years ago. There's things you can do. You used to fill in performers, intent to pay performers.
Yeah.
I've done it before where I forgot to pay a long time ago. I was close to home, to be fair, and I was like, hang on, I will leave you my phone as a security deposit, and I'll go and get my wallet. You'll know I'm coming back because I've left you my phone, and then I'll pay for my fuel. They let me do that, and off I went, left them my phone, got my wallet, went back, paid for fuel.
And it was fine.
And then anyway, it was like £23.
And you were like, I'm going to do a random act of kindness.
I was like, so I just stopped. I was like, can you just add it to my bill? I'll pay for it. Oh, he was like, thank you. What can I take a name? And then I was like, you're not going to find me and send me the money. Don't worry about it. It's £23. And could I afford it? Probably not. Was it a nice thing to do for a person? They instantly sort of calmed down.
You didn't drop in there. I was actually getting this Twix as well.
Yeah. They just felt they just instantly looked like they were a bit calmer, a bit happier. Made me feel a bit better about the day. So I've done that. I've done a sort of random act of kindness.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Manello enjoyed that.
I didn't pay for his fuel. He's in America.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, well. You mean he might have been on holiday? Although I'd have thought he'd have been like, oh, thanks, Liam, I do know who you are. Rather than been like, what's Apple Pay?
Yeah.
Right, that's another little spaceship.
There you go. I can be a nice person, team, despite what the YouTube comments say. So if that's not worth gifteds, I don't know what is.
2 of them. So I've built 1 of them, 2 of them, and then I've got to build a raven with a clamp. And that's just 1 piece.
So you haven't got to really build it, have you? You've got to cut it out and sand it down.
Yeah, essentially. I should be doing the tanks, but the planes are more interesting.
They do look kind of cool, I'm going to be honest.
I'm fairly impressed. I'm quite excited to learn how to play it. Because this game comes out, I think, on the 15th of August. And we have the official launch event for the game here. So the guys from TT Combat, Dave Lewis, who's the mastermind behind all of the drop zone, drop fleet stuff is coming in. We'll have boxes to sell. People can get their rule books signed by him. He's bringing in some new stuff that they're working on, so you get sneak peeks and stuff. So it should be a good day. Good day out. No ticket required. Come down, play a cool, different game. Have a great time. Have a milkshake probably, or several, or a bacon and cheese toasty, or a bacon and cheese turnovers. We've also got that as well now.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh.
And we've got Fanta fruit twist in this week.
That's a weird toasty.
It's the red one. Yeah, I wouldn't put it in the oven. I'd imagine we'd probably have a fire. Although we do know the fire engines are pretty good at getting here, so that's probably not the worst thing in the world.
Anyway, thank you, Evan. Thank you, Deeks, for 5 gifted memberships.
Thank you, Deeks. I hope that next time you book to go to an event, you're allowed to go.
I mean, we should probably make these hopes realistic, mate, I'll be honest.
Okay. I hope that you win the lottery tomorrow.
That's more realistic, I think.
Lots of love, Deeks. Do you know, Deeks, that I was looking at debating whether or not we have to get the bathroom downstairs decorated because, you know, it's the one thing we didn't do. And I was like, oh, we'll have to get the floor done. And, you know, that means we have to find a different floor person because I don't think Deeks is coming back to do the bathroom floor if we ever get that done.
I don't think he's allowed to.
No. But we thought of you. You were thought of, Deeks.
You're always thought of, mate. Thank you, Aaron, 582 Railway 7, for 5 gifted memberships.
I hope you win 58217. 58,000, 200, 500, 58,217 pieces of railway track are delivered to your house, and you can sell them to National Rail. Maybe hit up Andy. Someone will buy that. And you get good. I'd imagine a piece of track's worth quite a lot of money.
I can't imagine it's cheap.
What's that piece for? That looks like a big gun. What have I got to build now? I've got to build a vulture with troop bays. Which is that one. Is that a troop bay bit? Or is that a troop bay bit? That looks like a troop bay bit. What number is it? 13 and 14. That is indeed 13. How many more dinosaurs have we got to build?
I've only built 1 so far, and there's 3 in total.
So you've done nearly 1/3?
Yeah, but I'm taking my time with them and making sure they're nice and clean and tidy.
I wish I had the patience for that.
Because they are fucking sexy.
There's piece number 14.
Like actual sexy Tobes.
I don't think I've not been on a stream with Sean before. That'd be quite exciting.
I love Sean.
Yeah, he's a good egg, Sean.
He is a good egg. A lot of time for him. Thank you, Farmer George, for 5 gifted memberships.
Farmer George. So a non-farm related gift.
We're on 44 at the moment, chat. We're 6 away from 50.
That's quite a few people entered into the 5 and Drive giveaway.
Yeah. I need to put a little thing on the screen, I think, now, permanently. It says, give 5 memberships to be entered into a giveaway.
Yeah. So Farmer George, what would Farmer George like? I hope, Farmer George, this is going to be farm related. I'm sorry, my brain power is not there today. That you buy, you go to the petrol station when you're putting fuel in the combine or the tractor, and you buy Farmers Monthly, and it's like there's a chance that you might win a new acre of land.
What's Farmers Monthly? Is it like Readers' Wives?
Maybe, I don't know what that is.
Okay.
And then you could win an acre of land, and you do win an acre of land, and then you find out that the soil on said land is very, very good for your main crop or animal of choice to live on / grow.
I think he's an animal farmer.
Then maybe it's really good land for like piglets or chickens and things. I'm clutching at straws here, but you know, my brain is in fact fog.
He's clutching at straws here, Farmer George, but he is trying for you.
I am trying, George, of the farmer variety.
He is trying for you.
Right. Let's glue that. Does everyone have like a glue of choice? Because everyone I speak to, especially downstairs, they're like, oh, I swear by the Citadel one with a little pin. And some people, then the next person will be like, oh, I hate the one with the glue. I like the one with the brush. And then I'm like, some people like gluing all their plastic models with super glue because if they make a mistake or they want to do a conversion at a later date, they can like snap it off.
Yeah, Joe's a super glue whore.
Is he?
He's exactly that.
So does he build his models with super glue?
He builds his models with super glue.
Really?
And part of the reason is because he likes to get the option to break it off later if he wants to do a conversion or change something or whatever. He mostly uses super glue. I normally use, there's a blue and yellow one called from...
Is that Tamiya or
Reveler or whatever it is? Or,
I know the one you mean.
I've got, at home in the office, I've got yellow and blue ones of those and I've got little pots of Tamiya ultra thin cement.
Yeah,
those things.
Like these ones. This is the AK interactive version, I think, which is basically the same thing, just...
Yeah. That's what I use.
Yeah, I like a combo. I like the brush one and I like the Citadel one because the brush one sometimes is a bit thin when you're trying to glue a big bit together. Tamiya is the only answer. Yeah, it's good. I like the glue that fixes models together. Reasonable.
Oh, I don't think I can build it separately. I think I have to...
Does he have to be glued on?
Because this bit goes in here, look.
Oh, what is a bit of a fiddly whittle. There's a lot of detail on them, isn't there?
It clips in like that.
You could blue tack it onto a shot glass.
I think I can get away with painting it. I don't think I need to... I think it's built smart enough that I don't need to worry. So we're gonna go for some gluage. We're actually gonna make the decision to glue him on.
Oh my god. Strap in, chat.
Strap in, chat, indeed. We are still 6 members away from 50.
I won't take it personally, chat.
I want Toby to feel loved and wanted and desired.
I do feel that.
Do you?
Yeah, I love my wife.
But by chat?
Well, maybe they think I was too negative Nancy about 40k, and that's okay. I don't mind. I don't take it personally.
Oh no. He's broken, so I was trying to stick him on now.
But if they do want a gift, that'd be lovely as well, because it helps.
Why has that happened?
Oh, I like that. Oh, right, I'll glue on now.
He clipped on lovely, and then I put some glue on, and then he didn't clip on lovely anymore.
That's model prerogative. That is. Do all of the dino beasts, do their heads go on different dino beasts, or is it just like one head per dino?
I think it's one head per dino, but different necks.
Oh, okay.
So you can change like the angle of the head.
So if he's the big smiley like that one, he's always going to have big smiley, but he could be looking a different way smiley.
I think you could change them, because if all the necks are interchangeable, that would indicate that all the bits that the heads mount on are also the same.
Yes.
Because they're all interchangeable. So that means that you could swap the heads onto different ones.
Yeah, that's of interest. That makes it a bit more spice, eh? Right, that's that one. So I need to build that bit again. And then I've built a troop ship.
When I get this bit on and I'll get back to you, chat. I'm concentrating now. I don't know if you can tell.
Don't forget to like the stream. We talked about it earlier, because there's 90 likes, and how many people are watching? There's 190 people watching. 100 of you don't like me. Or don't like me and Liam, or don't like Liam. There's a combination here. The math could math.
Thank you, Mr. Craig, for $10. Shame, oh the shame. Sorry, I was working until 3 a.m.
Is that a late fee?
Working. I don't even know what Craig does. I can't really.
So you've just shamed him for no reason.
Yeah. Thank you for the $10, man. We did talk about Bjorn yesterday. I don't know what I want to happen.
They can't if they legends him, it's just because he's coming back in 13th edition or 12th edition with a new model, because no one dies in 40k, which is lame. There's never any threat. It's like villain of the week. When does someone, the last person that really died, when was that?
Why do you want people to die?
Well, no, but like Yarrick was dead, and I was like, oh my god. Don't get me wrong, it was a cop-out. Like Khaldor Drago, he's not dead, he's just disappeared, so he can come back with a snazzy new model. But I like Tycho from Blood Angels. You remember him? Pretty sure he's dead. I like there to be a threat.
Captain Tycho.
Because you could have him in gold or as Death Company, I think.
Company that can't hear.
The Death Company, yeah. What'd you say? Death Company. What'd you say? Sanguinius is pretty dead, yeah. Joe's looking mighty cute today. Are you in Devon?
I think he's on my ear, mate.
Well, maybe. I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Don't forget, chat, if you've only just joined us, all you've got to do is gift 5 memberships and you are into a giveaway.
Give a yay. What is the likelihood of what is the prize potential? Is there a thought process behind what the prizes might be?
Depends on how many gifted I end up on, mate, to be honest with you.
So what's that currently like? This old bit of sprue?
It's like a £7 super chat, a £7 voucher right now.
Right.
No, I've been more than that, I'm joking. Typically, if we do over 100 members, it's a £100 voucher.
That's really good, because that's like £1 per member.
Well, it's not even that though, is it? Because a member... No, it is £1 per member, yeah, you're right.
Well, if it's 100 and it's 100.
Yeah, no, I know.
That is, in fact, the maths.
I was thinking about the fact that YouTube takes a 30% cut, but that's not nothing to do with what you were talking about. So.
No, that's true. YouTube do like to take their coin, don't
Mr.
they?
Craig then gifted 5 memberships.
Oh, Mr. Craig? Which Craig is it?
Our Craig from downstairs.
Oh, favourite Craig.
Yeah.
I hope for you, Craig, that when they do the rest of the orc reveals, all of the new cool models that you're like, that doesn't look like how I want it to look in my orcs, you immediately get the best inspiration ever, and there just happens to be the kits that you need to make the conversions super duper snazzy.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Yeston, for the $5. Toby's 15 captains list just became exclusively Space Wolves.
Do you hate me, Yeston? I mean, you probably can in Space Wolves because they got blooming Wolfclaw Pack Leader Man and Headhunter Pack Leader Man and Logan Grimnar and Terminator Man and all sorts, haven't they?
Yeah, they also got access to all the normal Space Marine captains.
So yeah, well there you go then. So maybe it is. It's going to be a great time.
We're now 2 away from 50, chat. 2-1 gifted, so we're hit 50. Thank you so much, Evan Manolo, for the 1 gifted membership. Thank you, Cornet Ed, for 5 gifted memberships.
Oh, Cornet Ed, I hope for you that the stars align and you're able to make a trip to Hobby House soon, to which I will give you a milkshake for free. Because it's a long way for him to come, isn't it? Does he come from Scotland world?
He comes from like northeast Scotland world.
Northeast Scotland world, so the furthest part of Scotland world.
Yeah, yeah.
Loch Ness far, or is that? I don't know where that is.
I don't want to glue the head in, but should I?
Well, I would. I'm no coward. No sub-assemblies for me. I want to know what that bit does.
Do I glue the head, chat? Thank you, Whitey, for the 1 gifted membership. You're a legend.
And we're at 105 likes now, so we've managed to get 15 more likes from when we asked, which is really good. Thank you very much for liking the stream, everybody.
Look at that for a model.
It is cool. It'd be cooler with a head on it.
Yeah, I'm letting the foot dry before I put pressure on the top.
Reasonable.
Otherwise, I'm just going to break it. Inverness.
Inverness, that's far away.
It's far away.
That's very far away.
It is far away.
I don't think I need any more bits off of this sprue at the moment.
There's a cool number of little tanks and spaceships that you've made.
Yeah, the little planes and things like that, and some little men. I'm aware that chat can't see any of it, but here's a little transport ship.
Zoom. It can go zoom. And
then more little flying ships.
Oh my god, I stretched and strained my shoulder.
What have you done?
I don't know. I don't know, that really hurt.
Did you just turn and injure yourself? Fuck me. Welcome to being nearly 40.
It's all going wrong. What the fuck happened there? I bought my motorbike today as well, so this is not a good...
Oh, that's not gone well, has it?
Oh, fuck.
You literally just, your body, you existed and then was in pain.
The problem is, I'm not eating or sleeping well at the moment. So every time I do anything, I just hurt myself. My body's not in peak physical condition.
Well,
Oh, that really fucking hurt.
29 and 30 I need. You need a new arm.
Oh my god. Oh.
There's 29.
Am I gluing this head on or what? Have you decided, chat?
I said yes.
I know you said yes. I'll ask chat.
All right. Can I log in on my phone on chat and say yes?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It doesn't mean I'll do it.
I'm proving a point now. No, I don't want to connect to the TV.
I'm not 40 yet. I'm 40 in December, but I'm basically there already.
You're closer to 40 than you are 39 now.
Yeah, this year has aged me 20 years as well.
That sounds like a whinge, Liam. We're not doing the whinge.
It's not a whinge, it's just a fact.
I'm not sure if it's an accurate fact that 1 year has aged you 40 years.
It's not even 1 year, it's 6 months.
There's the piece. What was the other bit I needed? Is it that one? I was going to go and comment and then I realised I needed to look at the piece. So that's a polecat with a rotary cannon. Right. So which piece is that?
I love this so much.
Is it going in the Wind Rider army?
No, it kind of doesn't make sense in the Wind Rider army. It's not a rider, it doesn't fly.
What's going on with the orc thing that we're doing? What do I have to do with that?
Make orcs, have fun.
Okay.
We're probably gonna play 500 points, 1,000 points, 1,500 points, 2,000 points over the course of time. We'll have to have some war boss type model.
Right.
No named characters.
Yeah.
I've got to build some charts. We're gonna wait for the codex to drop because it'll be soon. We're gonna do some charts for if you've crumped and survived, you get a roll on a chart with a plus. If you've crumped but you died, etc., right? For your war boss.
Oh, right, okay.
Specifically.
So crump and dump.
So we only have to admin the war boss.
Right, yeah, so
And
there's
I'm
okay.
thinking maybe we admin the war boss's retinue as well. Maybe.
And then if you change the retinue, then
You don't keep the
you
bonuses.
don't keep the bonuses.
And then we're just going to fuck about. We're going to make little side missions that are like 500 point missions that give you... So what I'm also thinking about doing, here's an idea, which we talked about with chat on Tuesday, is you write a 2,000 point list.
Yeah.
And then each of those units essentially gets assigned a random number of some sort.
Right.
And after your games, you can add a unit, but you randomly generate which unit that is. But it has already come from the 2,000 point list that you put together. So it will be, it won't be like you have to add a unit that you don't want to add. You know what I mean? So it won't be like it will tell you to add Gretchen. You're like, I really don't want to paint any Gretchen.
I'm not paying any Gretchen.
No, right, exactly. So this is my point, you know. So that's kind of my intent. So you're still going to end up with the list that you wanted to build, but there's a random route to it.
Okay.
Which could be fun.
That's quite interesting, yeah.
And then we're just going to fuck about and have fun. And so we're going to make like cool missions. So like maybe we do a mission where you raid a workshop, and at the end of the mission, when you roll for your next unit, you have an option to swap it for a vehicle keyword model if you wanted to.
Oh, okay.
Because you've done a raid on a depot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool narrative, Warhammer, Toby, not fucking standing on squares on symmetrical tables.
Watch out, chat don't like it when you discuss the squares.
I love the squares. I love them. But for this particular campaign, they don't make sense.
No, that's fair. That's good. That's good.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Thank you, Nezzy, for the $2. Could you use Horus Heresy core rules in 40k? Probably. Probably.
I
don't think you would. I don't think you could because of the heavy reliance on keywords.
Yeah, I think it gets messy.
Yeah. Thank you, Star Pilot, for the $2. More factions equals more rules equals more fun. Right? Well, yeah, more rules and more fun if your narrative. It ruins balance a little bit, but meh. Look at him.
He is snazzy.
I glued the head on.
Oh, well done.
How are you going to keep points balance with random unit adding? That's the bonus. We're not. It's fun, Hammer.
I don't think. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to say something else that's going to be controversial again today. I don't think true balance is necessary in a war game.
Especially in what we're going to do with a narrative war boss story.
No, because I'm just going to go, how many points are Mega Knobs? Okay.
All of them.
Yes. Essentially, it's like Megabot is going to be Mega Knobs in battle wagons.
The other thing as well with narrative, right, which is a thing this is a thing I definitely think people struggle with narrative missions and campaigns, right? How does a dungeon master manage his D&D players? He's reactive, right?
Yes.
So when something happens, he'll put something in place to bring the balance in.
Yeah.
Right? And he can change the way that dungeon raid is happening to fit with what goes on and what happens and things that happen to the players as they go through the dungeon raid. you can do the same in narrative Warhammer. So if it gets to a point where 3 games in, Toby's rolled lucky and he's got all 3 units of fucking Mega Knobs and his War Boss on the table, and Tom's got 2 units of Gretchen and a War Boss, there's a thing we can do that goes, cool, now Tom gets to roll twice on a chart. We can just add that in to bring the balance up.
And I'll be real, there's every likelihood that my Mega Knobs are going to run on the table when I've only got Mega Knobs. Because that's basically what. If they don't get new models, I'm quitting instantly.
Chat, we're still 1 gifted away from 50. 1 away from 50 gifted membership.
If Sean then has to get 150 tonight, proving that Sean is the most liked of all of us.
Yeah. And what we're going to do for the giveaway thing for 5 gifted, I think, is we're going to do it on a day-to-day basis.
Right, okay.
Which means there's a higher potential of a bigger prize if tonight's gifting goes okay. So there you go. I think that makes sense. It makes sense in my head. How much have you got to do? You've got a lot left on the spree.
There's a lot of models in this box. It's good value for money if you like little fellas. I'm going to cut out these little fellas because I've got a base to put them on.
I'm going to say something controversial, Toby. I'm going to say something controversial now. The little troop dudes...
Yeah.
They lack detail compared to Legion's Imperialis Space Marines.
Yeah, I would agree.
But you also don't have to stick on bolt guns to tiny models the size of a fucking grain of rice.
Yes, that was my... When I looked at it, I was like, oh, I don't have to put the arms on. That's enjoyable. Because I remember watching Gareth build teeny tiny Saturnine Terminators, and we were like, why is the arms separate?
Why are they little bits?
Oh, look, it's happened. We've reached 50.
Mr. Tony Winnick, thank you for the 1 gift of membership. 50 to go. Anyone? Anyone? And I can't stay away for too long. I've got to go home and let the puppy out.
Is he in his box?
He's in his cage. His cage of shame.
Cage of shame.
He quite likes his cage, to be fair.
How long do they have to live in the cage of shame for? Will he always go to cage of shame at bedtime?
I don't know if he'll always go to cage of shame at bedtime. When we trained the collie, we started off using cage of shame a lot. And then as she turned into an adult and got house trained, we stopped using cage of shame. Yeah. We had it there so she could go onto it, and she did frequently, but she then got a bit more free reign.
Yeah.
And I'll quite happily have him come up to the bedroom and sleep on the floor in the bedroom. At this rate, I'll quite happily have him sleep in the bed. But I need him to be house trained first.
Yes. Don't want wee-wees.
But I don't want wee-wees. We've not had an accident since, I think, Sunday, Tobes. So, you know.
That's good.
Touching all the wood.
Yeah, you don't want wee-wees. But wee-wees will happen because he's baby.
He is baby. I think they say like 18 weeks they start to become house trained if you're on it, and we're on it at the moment. This morning, he literally, after I let him out first thing, I sat and had a cup of tea and watched some telly before I started doing some work. And then he literally, I was sat at the table in the dining room working away, and he gets up and he wandered out into the garden, and away, and then came back in again. I was like, you literally took yourself out to the toilet. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's what we want. We want you to go for wheeze outside.
We do. Less accidents than me, so kudos.
Yeah, that's fair.
Kennel sounds better. My dad used to call it a condo. No, it's cage of shame. It's a crate, so it's a metal cage. It is literally a metal cage, but it's got a bed in it, so it's not like he's fucking led on a hard floor. He's a fucking arsehole as well. Do you know what he likes to do?
Dog things.
He really likes to splash in water.
Yeah, dogs will be like, fucking yeah, this is great.
So what I did, because he's going to be a 50-kilo German Shepherd, is I was like, I'm not buying small bowls to then have to buy big bowls. Just buy big bowls and he can eat in them now, right? So I've got the water bowls like that big, and it comes up, big metal thing, right? Yes. And he just puts both of his front paws in and stands in it and just looks at you. And you're like, what the fuck are you doing? And then he gets out and jumps around the kitchen, and then the kitchen floor's soaking wet.
Well, reasonable. You know, if he's got the big bowl playing, you got him a paddling pool. They probably love that.
I haven't got a paddling pool because they're not cheap, and also we're on a hosepipe ban.
Yeah, we're definitely not using our hose at home.
I mean, if I just filled it up from the tap, strictly I haven't used a hosepipe.
No, that's not what my mum says. My mum's allowed to use hers because she's like,
vulnerable.
Yeah.
So is my dad, yeah. He's allowed to use his. I was like, because he said it to me literally yesterday. My dad's 60, what year are we in? 66, right? And he, yesterday was the first time he's ever bought himself an iPhone, which was an experience, to say the very least. But I was talking to him about that because he said, oh, if he likes, because they watched him in sometimes he just puts one paw on it and just drinks it from his water bowl. Well, if he likes playing the water, get him a paddling pool. And I said, well, I haven't got a hosepipe, Dad. And also, we were in a hosepipe ban. And he turned around to me and said, well, yeah, but I can use it. I was like, right, I'm not driving the pool to your house, filling it and driving back. That's not how that works.
That's probably not the best use of. I don't know if that works.
But yeah, over that he was just showing off that he had the ability to use the hosepipe. Chat, I've built an Exodite, right? I've built the what's his name? He's got a name, isn't he? Not the Stone Singer. He is the Clan Blade. I've built the Clan Blade, and he is fucking gorgeous. He's super pretty. And I think the Stone Singer, he's the little Psychoman with the bony helmet.
He's my favourite of them all, I think.
He's my favourite too.
I saw someone make some Wraith blades for their X-Type project on Instagram, and they put the Wraith heads on Kurnoth Hunters.
Yeah.
And that was really smart. And they put like some of the Wraith weaponry, like the what is it, something bone, Wraith bone, like swords and stuff, but they'd use like the tree, so it was like almost like they put the spirit in the tree, and the tree had been like, yeah, I'm ready to fucking yeet some bastards. It was good. I enjoyed that.
I love it.
I'd like to see a new Wraith Lord kit. I feel like the Wraith Lord kit's very old. I need one more little fella.
I like the fact that you can interchange all the heads and stuff. I'm into it.
It's nice to have a little bit of flex with it, isn't it?
And there's little dinos as well, look. Little mini dinos.
Oh, okay.
Dracoliths. Do the Exo models have M and F torso? I don't actually know. Let's have a look. They normally do with
a lot of Eldar stuff is kind of quite gender neutral as well.
I'd be honest with you, because of how they're built, I think it's quite hard to tell. Because they've got all like these robes and stuff that go across the front of the torso. So I would suggest that they probably could be whatever you want them to be, Sammy, to be honest. I think they definitely have... Oh, the bare head options are quite nice.
I used to avoid painting like bare heads, but what's Kev's?
The Kurnoth Hunters. Siege made them.
Oh, okay.
They're fucking cool. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Right. They look fairly androgynous. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They definitely, looking at the heads, I think the whole model, you could get away with calling them all male or all female, and it wouldn't make a difference.
Do you get, because obviously there's non-helmets and helmets, you could use the helmet ones if you use the bare heads, or vice versa on some other Eldar units to kind of tie them in a little bit.
Definitely could. We definitely could. The helmets are fucking gorgeous as well. The whole fucking box is insane.
I liked was it a unit, it used to be like a character, like was it a resin one, a Bone Singer?
A Bone Singer, yeah.
I used to like that model.
Yeah, the bear heads are super nice. They're not actually heads of a bear, by the way. They're just not got helmets on. Otherwise, that'd be weird.
Yeah, that's fair. They're dinosaurs, not bear riders.
Correct. Get some basing material on that Giba and get him sprayed up soon. You get many HUD options. For the riders, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, I think, is the number. 11 heads. 3 of those, obviously, are the specialist characters. So the Hood, the Bone Singer, and then the big crested one that is on there. Yes, thank you for gifted. There is 1... 2, 3 bare-headed options. 1, 2, 3 helmeted options. There's the hood option. There's 2 like Bone Singer options, and then the crested one from the character. Or maybe there's an extra helmet option as well. There's options. There's lots of options.
It's good that there's options, because sometimes they don't give you enough options, do they?
I play with Yunari to make use helmets. Yeah, you can definitely build them with bare heads if you wanted to. Definitely can do that. So you found a person who plays Ynnari, Mr. Lagasse.
See, that's cool. They are cool.
I do really want to make the avatar of Unid model, the Incarn, because the Incarn is sexy.
It is cool, yeah.
Have you ever made one?
No, I painted a Yvraine for a commission a few years ago.
They're a fucking pig. Putting them together is a fucking pig. And I've watched people that have sub-assembled it and somehow managed to successfully put it together afterwards, and I struggled to put it together without it being painted.
Yeah, it looked a bit of a swine.
Yeah. I want to kit bash with some Lumineth and make some foot troops. That would work.
Yeah, that's probably quite a similar vibe.
That'd be sick. That'd be sick. Right, 10 minutes and we'll say goodbye to these wonderful human beings. We're on 51 members, chat. If one of you gets 50, there he is, isn't it?
Oh, look, doggy.
Doggo, chat.
I'll be honest, like, I'm not against your dogs, but I'm more of a cat man. But he does look a sweet dog.
He is a sweet dog. He looks kind of sad in that picture, but he's not. And the background moves like that. Ooh.
Technology's come a long way. It's almost like he's in the room.
Because I play Ynnari, so I don't usually use the helmets. It's a bitch to build. It is a bitch to build. It's fucking awful. It was horrible when I put one together a long time ago, and I didn't have fun.
So I've built transport vehicle, an orca thing that carries tanks.
Yeah.
This guy carries troops. These are little fast troop ships. This can carry a tank. This is a fighter. This can carry 2 tanks and it's got rockets. Then I built one little truck. Built my first squad of 3 tanks. These are artillery tanks. And then,
artillery!
And then we've got some little fellas. So I reckon I've got another maybe third of the box to do for the good guys.
Do you know, I think now with the tanks and the spaceships on the table, the fellas now look a bit big.
5 of them in there, 5 of them in there. Maybe a little bit, but I mean, if you've got to paint them, it's not going to be pleasant.
No, I just think they're a bit off scale.
2 men in there. I mean, I think a lot of these tanks are automated.
Ed says, doesn't like 40k, doesn't like jam, doesn't like dogs, doesn't like space wolves. Toby coming in with the hard facts.
Look.
They're all wrong opinions as well.
They're opinions, right? I didn't say that I don't like dogs. Maybe I did say I don't like. I don't normally like dogs. I like some dogs. I had quite bad experiences with dogs when I was younger.
Did you?
Got attacked by a dog once.
I know a lot of people that have had that experience.
So I don't mind little dogs. I'm not frightened of big dogs, but I don't normally get on super well with big dogs.
The problem with the dogs is not the dogs.
It's the owners, yeah, of course, 100%. But like I've always had cats growing up, so like I love cats. Big fan of cats.
There's your headline. Toby loves pussy.
Christ. I can't believe we have to do this all again later.
We do, for longer as well.
I know, for longer. Got home at like fucking 11:15 last week and I was like, kill me.
Yeah, but I like having you around, Toby. I'm going to be honest.
I'm always around, mate. I literally fucking live in this building at this point.
Yeah. Well, Epic Scale Wargaming seems so cool compared to skirmish size 40k stuff.
Yeah, I'm quite interested in it. I'm going to learn it because I said they're here to showcase the game. Like,
Has it got you Legions Imperialis curious?
So Rory, who came in and played with Paddy, is coming in to show me Legions Imperialis because we've now got a very nice Legions Imperialis board that I've made for downstairs, which also is made for this sort of scale.
I like Rory. Rory's a fucking legend.
I played Spaceships. I did my first intro game at Hobby House on Saturday, running Rory through Spaceships. I did the right thing and destroyed him.
I want to learn Spaceships soon.
You should learn Spaceships. It's good. It's very fun.
I will. I'll come in and learn Spaceships. I have a fleet.
You have a fleet, yeah, and they're the fleet that every time I've played them have beat me and I have nightmares about it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's like, their thing is that their ships are a little bit more expensive in points, but just always better than your ships. So it's like, cool.
Like being an Eldar player on 40k.
A bit like that, yeah. A bit like that. But they're also not flimsy.
Then, okay.
So, yeah.
I like that concept, though.
So, yeah. If you want to see these and you are local to Hobby House, they will be painted shortly and in one of the cabinets downstairs. There's also some spaceships in there, as well as many other cool things. So,
this is a new starter box, right?
yeah, it is. We have got them. I've literally ordered them today.
Okay.
So, I don't know how much they'll be, but they come out on the 15th of August. As I say, we are doing the TT Combat official Drop Zone Commander launch event here. So it'll be going on our socials and their socials soon. the guy who came up with the entire universe is coming down, a guy called Dave Lewis, who is an absolute eccentric, lovely human. He literally has built so obviously this is this scale, right? And the spaceships game is a similar scale, but imagine a spaceship in this scale, a 14-foot ship. He's built one. So he's built, to this scale, a spaceship. And it's at TT Combat HQ, and it's probably from that wall over to there. So you could literally park your little tanks in it. Wild. He's not bringing that, because I don't think you can move it without a small lorry. But he will be here to sign rule books, answer questions, things like that. And I say, like, what we don't do at Hobby House is we don't do what certain shops do and go, buy something, please. Just come and try something new. Try new games. That's what I'm really enjoying. Like, I'm trying to learn War Machine at the moment. Joe's going to run me through some Bolt Action because I want to make some Bolt Action tables for downstairs.
Bolt Action is a fucking great game.
So I would urge everyone, because I was in the boat of, I only ever really played Warhammer and GW games, but there are some great other games out there, some great companies that deserve a little bit of your time. And if we can have these games on show, just so you can come and give them a go and see what else is out there, I think that's a real win.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely, 100%.
Dave is a boss. He's a legend.
Absolutely. Like I said to you already, like, Bolt Action's a fucking great game. I wish I could play it more. I can't at the moment, but I want to play more Heresy. I know it's Warhammer. I heard that Firestorm Armada has been bought out by someone.
Yeah, so Whaling Games is War Cradle Studios, which do Dystopian Wars and Armoured Clash, which are their kind of universe, sort of like World War II-esque kind of like it's not cyberpunk, steampunk kind of aesthetic game. They bought Firestorm Armada. So they're in beta for bringing that back. So more spaceships all the time.
Firestorm Armada was a spaceship game I played because Battlefleet Gothic wasn't an option.
Yeah.
And it was fucking great.
It was really good. I mean, to say, like, I've been missing a fleet-based combat game for a long time. When we started up here and TT Combat got in touch, I got them to come in. I got quite interested in it, and I've played it. And I'm not saying this because I'm really invested in their product at this point. I am. I think they're a good company. They're really, really good to work with. But the spaceship games, so Drop Fleet Commander is honestly one of the best war games I've played, because it's really easy to learn, but the strategy and the alternating activations and the way that your line of sight works is so interesting that you always have to be thinking about, if I activate this now, I'm going to fuck that ship in a minute. So I have to activate that one, but that's going to move all my other plans out of place. And I like those sort of tactics.
I'm into it. They have all the old Spartan games. I'm hoping I keep asking to bring back Uncharted Seas.
I don't think I've ever heard of Uncharted
I have heard of Uncharted Seas. Yeah. We have Blood and Plunder though, right?
We have Blood and Plunder. It's waiting to go in the system. We got that starter box of Blood and Plunder is massive.
As a man who's just started playing Black Flag Resynced, Blood and Plunder is danger territory.
Yeah, I thought it might be. Oh yeah, there is. I mean, Wicktail's quite correct that there is a new skirmish fantasy game coming soon, which doesn't use dice, does it? It uses cards by channel friends.
And I have said to Adrian that we will we'll stock it.
Yes, I want to learn it. I've nearly finished painting one of my model that I got from UK Games Expo. I can't remember what faction it's from now, but it's very cool. And it's quite nice painting pieces because they are a larger scale.
Yeah, I'm actually really interested in that.
Yeah, it's nice. We didn't get a chance to play because we were so rushed at the one day at UKG that we were there. But the fact that it's played with cards, I think, is really interesting. I'm interested to see how that works. So keep an eye on that. I think it goes to Kickstarter very soon. August, I think.
I think it's August.
Yeah, I think it's August. So we are nearly in August. So
I need to speak to Adrian and get him.
Wildwood with a Y, isn't it? Check him out on socials. Obviously, it's on the Titans channel all the time at the moment. So
I need to get him to send me the deets so I can showcase it for him.
Get a box.
It looks fucking sick. The models look sick.
Yeah,
the models look really nice.
And this is it. Like, we've come a long way in injection molding. So there used to be a time, and I no qualm saying this, that no one could touch GW in regards to like plastic molds, and I still think no one really does touch them. But we are looking at this stuff. For me, is probably like where GW was maybe 7-8 years ago.
Oh, people are a lot closer now than they were before.
Yeah, and you were looking at like GW, like Tactical Marine Squad, and you were looking at basically a yellow pages with a face drawn on it as a model from someone else. So it's nice.
Dave being able to hand over all of the production, etc., to GG Combat has meant that he can really go to town, drop his own lore, background, sculpting, etc. was a great move.
Oh, yeah. 100%. And you say the ships and like what I really like about the drop fleet stuff is that all the ship designs, each of them have like a heavily inspirationalized sort of sci-fi aesthetic. So like the PHR look a lot, kind of like they draw a lot of influence from that Homeworld video game. You know, the Scourge look like the baddies from Babylon 5, but not the same. There's enough sort of independent sort of like, you know, ideas coming from it. But it's just spaceships are so cool.
Spaceship battles are cool.
It is a fact, yeah. It's in fact, I'd say it's you know, cold hard facts.
It is cold hard fact. Right, you wonderful human beings. We have a game in a few hours' time, in 4 hours' time, of Warhammer 40k. It's Ultramarines versus probably Eldar, because I want to enjoy myself tonight. So you get to look forward to that.
You're going to remember to actually throw the Wraithblades into something this time.
Toby's on the deck tonight. So you get to hang out with me, him, and Sean this evening. If you continue to give 5 gifted memberships this evening, I'll keep saving all your details for a giveaway that will happen tomorrow evening, because I don't think Lucy's going to make the stream tomorrow because her voice is absolutely fucked. But we'll see. And then tomorrow night we do have After Dark at the new time of 8:30. I'm trialling it still. I think people prefer it. You'll have to let me know.
Didn't it used to be 8:30?
It used to be at 9 till 10:30.
Okay, and now it's 8:30 till 10?
8:30 till 10.
And then it went to 7:30 till 9
It went to 30, so when my life started to fucking implode on itself, and I had to do all the streams from here, it went to 7:30 so that I was out before the shop shut.
Yeah.
But life is starting to settle.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm starting to push it back. Although, interestingly, I was thinking about like Monday shows again, but like I feel like I'd be better off doing them in the daytime. I don't know. Do people prefer daytime shows or nighttime shows?
I suppose it depends where people are in the world and what they're doing, doesn't it?
Yeah, because if I do a daytime show, so if I do an evening show on a Monday, it'll be 7:30 till 9, right? Which is the normal show time. If I did a daytime show, I could do like 1 till 4. It'd be double the length. So there's an option. Not that I know what the fuck I would do for.
Well, you can do what you normally do. Talk about Warhammer.
For 3 hours though.
Yeah, but you haven't. I didn't finish. You can do what you normally do. Talk about Warhammer. Complain.
Who needs the comment section when I have Toby?
You know, that's why people tune in for the hot takes and the. Yeah, it's good, mate. It's all gravy. I think you could do. Can't you do some? Wasn't there talk of doing the video game channel bits and stuff?
I miss that. I miss Badge. I miss playing games for fun. I miss streaming games. DMZ's coming back, which for me was one of my favourite games of all time. If not, maybe actually my favourite. I don't know. It's hard because I dread to think how many hours I put into Grand Theft Auto 5. I dread to think how many hours I put into Black Flag when it was original. Elder Scrolls Skyrim. I fucking put time
2 or
into
3
that.
evenings a week now when we get back from work. Me, Robbie, and Dan play a game called Species Unknown, right? And it's a horror video game that's co-op, and you're like a salvage team. And you have to go onto a spaceship, and there's one of 6 random fucking beasts. And it's got like proximity chat, and it's fucking horrible. It's so fucking scary. It's good fun. So I think doing some video game stuff is good. You need to do things that you enjoy because it improves your mental mood, and your mental mood being better means you're a happier person, and that's good for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Maybe build some Lego.
I've got an AT-AT to build.
I mean,
The box for it is in there. It's fucking huge.
how many bags is it?
Hang on, Toby. Keep talking to the folks because I'm looking at when I can plan this in to do as well.
Place your bets, everybody. How many bags is the Lego AT-AT? No Googles. Just check. What do you reckon? I'm going to say 23 bags. 23? And look, no hands. I can't Google it. Tend to prefer evening stuff. It's all daytime shows for me anyway. See you tonight. For me, any evening. Drop Sweet is sweet and needs more people playing. 100%. Oh my Christ. Oh my God. I don't even want to know how much that cost.
Oh, chat bought it for me. This is like over a year ago now, I think.
Okay.
And I just haven't had the courage to build it. 6,785 pieces.
That's got to be up there with like one of the kits with the most pieces in ever.
I think it was like £700.
Yeah, reasonable.
It's a big old box of. I have to do this.
Well, yeah, I mean, do that. That can be Monday. Monday at attempts, you know.
I love Lego.
So do I. I need to find somewhere to put my Lego so I can build it. At the moment, I'm buying it to collect it. I say I'm buying it. Samantha gets it for me for my birthday and Christmas. My birthday's soon, and I've already been like, that new Gondor set looks very, very nice.
Oh, don't, Toby. I really want the Gondor set. But I used to be in a position where I'm like, cool, I want the Gondor set. Let's get the Gondor set. I'm now in a position where, moving into the house, I've now got space for Lego.
Yeah?
Yeah, you can literally sleep next to me. There's space there now. But I don't have the money for it.
Well, something to aspire towards, isn't it?
Yeah, so we might do a build series of Lego where I come in on a Monday, do like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Come in the next Monday, do 3 more hours. Because that is going to take a fucking long time.
How long did the train take when you did the train?
Like nearly 2 days.
Fuck me. That's long days, right?
So I'd come in and start at, I think, 9 or 10 and finish at like 5 and then come in the next day and do it again. It just takes a long time. I recently built a M1000RR Lego motorcycle. It's about that big.
I'm glad you said motorcycle, because at which point I was like, is that a helicopter?
M1000RR motorcycle.
Is it a car? It's a motorcycle.
It's the sports faring version of my bike, basically.
So your bike isn't the sports version?
No.
But it still goes like fucking faster than the speed of sound.
Yeah. And I built it, and it was a Lego Technic kit, and it was one of the hardest kits I've ever built, and it took me days.
Lego Technic is like Lego for hard mode.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it. I love it. It fucking looks incredible. It's now, you'll have to come to my new house. It's near you now.
I know. Look at that.
Come and visit me, and then I have a barbecue too.
You have the barbecue that I said wasn't good enough for my house.
It's not literally your reject, but
no,
yes.
it's not. And to be fair, chat, it is a good barbecue, but I went like, nobody goes like full overload on barbecue.
Did you, because it's a gas to coal one, did you ever use it as a coal one?
Like once.
Do you know how to convert it? Because I've forgotten.
You just take the tray out.
Okay.
Then it's gas mode.
Okay.
The only reason you use the gas to coal mode is because the coal, if you're going to use it in the coal mode, I'd be throwing the coal one side with some like smoked woods for your smoking, and I'd be indirect cooking it, because that's the only reason you really use coal these days. Nice natural flame's good, but I think for the convenience of how often I use the barbecue, which, newsflash chat, if I'm not here and it's not raining, I am cooking, is that I just prefer gas.
Yeah, I prefer the way coal. I like coal.
I would if it wasn't such a fact. If I use the barbecue like once a week, I know this makes it now sound like I do it quite excessively.
You do?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So in summer we only use the barbecue. We don't even use the kitchen. We go to the kitchen to get the food to take outside.
Luce came to Toby's house on Monday, and she swung by for a cup of tea on the way home. And I was like, go on, what did you eat? She went, Toby barbecued. I was like, I'm shocked.
Yeah,
I'm absolutely shocked.
What an absolute surprise that was. What did we do? I did burgers, I did hot dogs, and I made homemade garlic bread.
Oh, you're not giving away the answer. I had to Google it. It's 52 bags.
52 bags. That's 21 bags more than I thought.
It's an excessive number of bags. I might start it on Monday. I tell you what.
How much is that worth if that's out of production
We got 51 members tonight. If we do 149 members plus tonight, right, because we've got 51 today, if we hit 200 members for the day, I will do a Lego stream on Monday. I will do one.
Monday Lego.
There you go.
I think you have to do at least 10 bags.
Of Lego.
I know it's time to ruffle him, but we don't need to resort to that. Just the 10 bags of Lego is fine. Jesus Christ.
Thank you, you wonderful humans, for watching. Hopefully we'll see you tonight for that live game of Warhammer 40k. Smash that like button.
Who knows what's going to happen?
And we'll see you in the next one.